Sleep comes in cantrips, not cannot trips.
Audio's working.
Yay.
Sibilance.
Hello, people who are going to be watching.
Hello!
Hi.
We got beautiful Frunk. Are you actually beautiful?
Nope.
I thought
This
you were.
is beautiful Frunk.
Aw.
I mean, in my own eyes.
On the inside, but I thought you were beautiful.
We are playing D&D. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Eh.
That's rough.
I don't think that joke's ever been made before. What? I'm the first.
Was that a beholder joke?
No, it was the only one that's ever been done. You make it sound like there's been many. The first.
Well,
Is that what Funk's music sounds like?
I'm guessing.
God, I hope not.
pretty
No.
In our time, that is punk as fuck.
Actually, that's
People
Yeah,
never heard
that's like-
such righteous, raucous noise before.
It's like polyphonic. There's chord progressions.
It's crazy.
But your kids are gonna love it.
why hello party.
Hi-oh. Hello, nerd.
That's another joke that you don't hear enough of in D&D. Jokes about party. I hear you guys are here to party.
Oh.
Isn't there something about the party?
It's because they're bad.
No, it doesn't matter. Bad jokes play in D&D. They play. Figure safe versus humor.
No, they don't.
Yeah. Right, finally the dice come to our aid. Alright, so I can just do a brief recap for us, and let's get in. I have a jam-packed, exciting session, I hope, for us, that I really want to try to get through and not, like, super late. So, yeah, we're going to do it. But first, some things just to kind of bring you back up to speed on what happened last week. So, of course, you met Amic Sewell in Dryport at the Dread of Spirits in the Weave District. You met him there in a smoke-shrouded room where a strange machine spun threads from the ceiling that the occupants seemed to imbibe for clarity or for some way to see through.
Rug rope.
Yes, kind of, right? Strands, thick strands. In the process, though, Amic explained that Brisira, and going through, was a circular city. And since the Syrians had disappeared and the waters receded, its concentric rings, or the areas around it, often exhibit tears in reality relating to specific planes. And some of this, if it wasn't clear last session, I'm also trying to make it more clear because I realized it could be muddy at times. So I just kind of want to have everybody on the same page. So yes, Circular City, when he shows you the map, which actually I have a map that's a... You can pass it around. It's not a great map, and it's actually from something. So it's like just as personal reference.
Secret.
Yeah, so there's really no reference points on there that you need to worry about aside from the fact that it's spherical. You can see that there's concentric rings.
It's just a map of
and this
Paris.
area is where you're trying to go.
Hold it back
Yes.
really far from the camera.
Right, it's like somebody somewhere's going, that's the map to my campaign. Bastards!
It's like, whoops.
Right. So basically, the way that he explains it is that after the Syrians had disappeared, very shortly after that, the waters had receded, things kind of got funky, and there was like these weird ripples through space-time, through the various realms that the Syrians had visited, that actually kind of tore through or would bleed through at times. And so his very special map that he showed you, and understand it, is that he knows, it is known, that the planes themselves and these other worlds that the Syrians had visited are in fixed locations relative to each other. So as these things happen, he can basically shift that around, almost like a navigator would with the stars, and say, okay, if we can observe a phenomena at this point, at the very least, we can figure out where other things are in relation to it, and that's basically how he's using this map to circumnavigate through. Now, this is from the player's handbook, so it's just a reference point to like how actually the inner material, the various planes exist. These are planes that at this point you may not know a ton about. Your characters probably, well not even probably, definitely know less than US players know. So some of this stuff is just, whoa, that's incredible. What are those? Moons? Worlds? I mean, what the heck's going on? But he tries to explain to you that these other realms that the Syrians visited now,
It's all gobbledygook.
it is all gobbledygook. It's he just basically say it's coterminous to the prime material. You're like, okay, if you say so.
And I'm like, am I gonna find true love today? Like,
Yeah, exactly. Maybe in Celestia. Probably not even true. But so basically, those concentric
I have
rings
hope.
exhibit those tears. So the streets may shift and time may bend as areas drift into these other realities, and that's also a big reason why it's very hard to navigate the streets in a predictable manner, because getting to a place intentionally is nearly impossible because it's not really straight lines. It's almost like if you want to go someplace, you have to figure out how this weird planar carousel at times works.
Planar carousel.
Yeah, little merry-go-round.
Could have just led with that.
Why even print these things?
You don't even need that. I already
Planar
used
carousel. You could have drawn it on your
With
whiteboard.
a little hobby horse in the pole. And you're like, oh, I get it. I'm done. If you would have just said that. But fortunately, he's an experienced explorer. And the other thing that just to kind of maybe walk back a little bit, because sometimes as a DM you can be a little hyperbolic in order to try to get a point across. It's not like this place is a blasted, planar storm constantly. In fact, where we're going to pick up today, it seems like a lot of that energy and that tumult and friction has actually passed after you fought that black wind that was filled with those weird, abominable creatures that were something unlike anything you'd ever seen before. They just tickled at the edges of sanity. So basically, after that battle happened and the streets are kind of quiet, it's actually a nice, clear day. And as I always say in the 9 chords, whatever the weather is outside is what the weather is in the city. And it's a beautiful sunny day, actually, here in Seattle as
Out
well.
there.
Yeah, or
If
Kirkland.
it's out there.
Outside.
So the other thing that you notice is that there's a lot of
Sneeze.
ancient residual magic still in play, however. That was, whether functioning by design or malfunctioning, it's powerful and it's often dangerous, as you saw with the sirens in that circle around that totem pole, whatever the heck thing it was that was strobing. It made a powerful stasis field where it looks like they just withered away. But then also even like the great marketing employees of the inn, where that was the great 4-star service that you got, Idle. So there's just basically a lot of things that shift, and it's hard to know exactly what's going on. You also met a weird vagabond, which even though you could speak his language, he seemed out of place, maybe even out of time, hard to know, but he was quite mad at the point at which you had interceded with him.
He was also ended up being part of that creature.
He might have
Somehow
gotten
his
eaten
face
by it.
was
Yep.
in the monster.
You ad-libbed that.
Oh, I did, but I loved it.
All right, good.
I often surprise and delight myself. But the one thing to leave with, as we're talking about this, Amik does say, Amik Sul, when you're just kind of talking about it, that he's a little surprised at how much planar tumult he's actually experienced so far. He's kind of a veteran of a lot of runs into the city, and he even expresses that this is kind of an unusual amount of just stuff going on, and it's almost as if something is practically drawing it closer into the orbit or agitating it in some way. But fortunately, after that battle on the street, nice day, it's probably later afternoon, he shows you that your destination, you can see it on the horizon, you especially see the statue that was glancing up, you see the buildings. It's maybe several miles away, but you should be able to reach it with a good, hard march.
Okay.
We should hard march.
Yeah, you should do a good, hard march.
Have we had any rest? Or are we like...
No, so after that battle, no short rests, no long rests.
Okay.
Ask y'all to, say when you can. Although there's also a little bit of a time limit. Yeah, you did tell Captain Krumak, 7 days. It's probably been 2 because you went into the city,
As far
spent
as
the
we know.
night.
Right.
That's another very
Yeah,
good
that's a
point
problem.
too.
Yeah.
It's hard to know exactly how much time is, but you do feel like there's some kind of a deadline ticking in the background.
We may get back before we left. Right?
Yeah.
We can
That
have
would be
time
ideal.
vacation.
Yeah.
So if should I be healing some people? Because I have the ability to heal people. If I got 10 good berries, right?
It's 10 hit points.
That's 10 hit points I can just
I'll take
distribute.
one.
I'm solid. I don't need.
Yay.
Make a ranged attack.
All right, so I now have 9 left, and I've used this spell. So I can distribute 9 more hit points, or I can give people I also have cure wounds if in need.
Yeah, but everybody sounds like you came through pretty well in that
Yeah.
last.
So
Survived it.
all right, so I was the
You
only
got,
one who
you,
got
got
serious.
you might want to eat.
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself
yeah.
a bunch of these berries then.
Yeah, you got it. You
How
got it.
much do you need to heal?
I'm at 19, and I was gonna go to 27, so I'm going to.
Is that max?
Yeah, max is 27. So I'm just gonna shove. Let's see. 8 berries into my mouth, and I'll have 1 left over. Delicious.
Are you standing still, or are you starting to move out? Because you can actually bury and walk.
I can berry and walk, absolutely.
Yeah, I think we're going.
Can you ferry and walk?
Yeah, I throw it in the air and I miss it a couple times. It gets a little sandy, but you know.
As you go, one of the things, Diedrick, that Amik notices that you occasionally look at the map with curiosity, with your newly found cartography passion.
Yeah.
And he actually offers to kind of let you know how the map works.
Right.
Notice you're looking at my map.
Yeah, I wanted to see how you were navigating. Seems non-traditional.
Non-traditional and very cyclical in nature. He actually shows you and kind of reiterates what I just said as the player recap, how the map itself, he can use it to circumnavigate by plotting courses, like as long as you can find one point of a planar tear, then you can make certain assumptions about where the streets may end up and untangle them.
It's like sailing by the waves instead of the stars.
Ah, my friend, a very astute observation, yes. Or the shifting dunes of the desert. Much like waves, but of sand.
Exciting. I've never enjoyed sand before you put it that way.
The sand in your hair is scratchy but very invigorating. So Esa kind of goes and it gives
Do you have hair?
I have dreads. Dragon dreads.
Yeah, dragon dreads.
They're kind of like tendrils.
So how many dragons don't wash their hair?
They're basically like vestigial little skin tags that have gone long.
What?
Yeah,
Not
like
actual
Yeah, and pretty gross if you think about it like that, like skin tags. So you have a kind of a working knowledge of the map, which is not a bad thing. You're still walking down these streets now. You see the architecture itself still stunning. It's still a very warm day, and still the dust blows through the air. But as I said, a little bit peaceful. About an hour after the altercation that you had with the Black Wind and the entities within it, your hairs on the back of your neck stand up. There's like a tingling. And you realize that you're being watched and likely followed. Now, you turn around.
There's no one actually here.
Yeah, there's no one actually there. But that was very good. You sold it.
Throw the glasses off the face.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling this in that
Yes.
case. Is there more narration, or shall I take?
It is, you feel eyes upon you, and in that way that when you've been out in the wilds before, specifically you had no one else to really rely upon, obviously, but yourself. There were times where predators and other fell beasts would pick up your scent, start tracking you, and it feels like that.
Absolutely. I
Make
mean,
no comments on your scent.
that was the first thought I had, was just and it's a strong scent.
Right. 3 miles
So
long.
in that case, it's party. Little hairs on the neck, up. You don't have hair.
Is that like a thing you do just before you become a bear? The hairs go up?
You're in elf format, right?
Right, I'm in elf format.
Yes.
Right. Exactly. It's not updated to the new format.
Yeah.
So it's So I hold up my hand like this and I say, "This is us." And then there's something here, and anytime we look at it, it's not there. And it's like following us, but
We're
I
being
can't
followed.
see it.
God's kid, just say we're being
I'm
followed.
Speaking of which, where are you seeing this? Like right now, you were in the middle of the street, walking back.
I'm behind the group.
Quick huddle up in the middle of the street.
No, I shouted at them. I shouted out. I'm like, I feel like we're being followed. I'm not very sneaky.
Yeah, that's a very fair.
It's like I don't see anything. We're not in a forest, so I'm not used to the idea of being like something's. I'm just like, this place is weird, and something's following us. So and I turned around fast 3 times and saw nothing. So I'm bringing it up now because even though I want to look cool for Dad to flash, I feel like it's important. I don't
Okay,
like
you just keep turning around fast, and you let us know.
When something shows.
Can I make a perception
Can
check?
I ride on your back just facing that way?
I think I'll
As long
just.
as I can ride on yours later.
That's okay.
Can I be a bear?
18.
18 is a great perception. So you feel very confident of this idol because with your acute elven
My
eyes,
elven eyes.
your elven eyes see, you don't see anything, but it also is possible that in this moment, if something had been following you, if it was sentient, it may have purposefully not be anywhere.
That
Are there
would be
like
a smart thing for it to do right now.
what would it be hiding around? Like as we take in our surroundings, are there alleyways,
Yes.
storefronts,
Alleyways,
doors?
the storefronts modulate between 2 to like 4 stories tall,
Uh-huh.
and they go. This is a little bit of a maybe a commercial district. It was where you had just gotten out of the inn, so a couple of buildings will like anchor corners, and there'll be like several more stories tall. So there's ample place to hide actually, and no glass windows. Interestingly enough, like all the Syrian architecture at this point is just like open. There are doors, but that's it. So it would be easy for things or persons unknown.
We should just keep going. You can walk backwards. Just walk backwards.
I was gonna sit on his shoulders, facing the other
I'll
way.
strap him on like
like a
back
back.
baby
like
Bjorn
like
style.
Yoda.
Exactly.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll take the rear guard while we march on.
So you and I will chat for
Yeah,
a
I'll
while.
just
I'm
I'll
looking
be,
at you.
I'll be in front with what's his nuts
Amok.
behind me.
Amok Sul.
Yeah.
The
What's
navigator. Who, by the way, he's like, what did
Did
you
he?
see?
Did he thank us for protecting
Profusely, my
Alright.
friends, profusely.
him? 'Cause I missed that.
I said it to you while you were sleeping.
All right,
The
excellent.
best time. So not to be awkward about things. Thank you, Jaflash. Whispered into your ear.
That's not awkward.
You will find my present later. But yes, you satchel. Yes, I mean, it is possible too. Like you could, like, if he knows this and he hears you, he's like, we could take a corner if we were to try to espy these, or we could keep going.
Nice. Let's take
I
a
think we
corner. Throw me on the back of his back.
Wait,
You like go down a street, right? You come to intersections, as is.
Hide and
Want?
wait for them and sneak up on them.
yeah, I just think we should just keep going.
You keep trucking.
This place is
It's
weird.
not doing anything, and it's just weird. Yeah, I agree with the weird. We should just keep.
I mean, we both think something's following us.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We should keep going.
Okay.
It's better to lead than follow.
Exactly.
That's like shit felt like I shit on little G Flash. You like keep going. You eventually get to an intersection, which is really kind of holds Amuk up for a minute, and he starts messing with his wondrous map, and he starts to show you. He's like, "You're at a crossroads, my friends. Quite literally a crossroads." And you see, like, you've made some ground on the things, but if you look down these streets, some of which are more stable than others, and you can see what he means. Like some actually just kind of like warp in a really weird way that's not cool. But two in particular, he kind of points to you, like, that way, I believe, is more stable, and that way is more stable as well. And you see, like, down the one way, it's very, very hard to see, but like farther ahead on the straight line, it's a little bit shrouded, maybe in a fog or maybe in a shimmer. There's movement inside of it, maybe figures. It's hard to know.
Creepy.
And then in the other one, it seems straight ahead, but you see the air shimmering as if at great heat. Suffuses the place.
So if we make this decision, we will
Mm.
get half of the money that you're supposed to get, right?
I am trying to empower your sense of choice. I mean, yes, of course.
He's been possessed by a dungeon master.
I feel like I was leading you around by the nose last week, my friends.
I've tried to figure out a way not to.
Not to. So I give you a branching path. What more could you ask for in the
So-
City of Wonders?
Do we go for the dark mystery or the hot mystery?
Can we go for the dark, hot mystery?
I believe in us.
Tell dark
Should definitely split the party.
I hear that's the best way to
Oh,
go.
yeah.
One
ahead.
person wait here for the people.
I'll go
following
back to
us.
the boat.
If this will help your decisions, Eddie, after talking about the thing, the one way he believes is a bit of an ethereal pocket, which he explains is like a type of realm that actually sort of surrounds. He calls it the border ethereal, which really okay. But that kind of surrounds the material plane that we exist upon and can easily make quick shortcuts to reality. It's not too dissimilar to your Misty Step.
That sounds fun.
The way that shimmers.
Sounds too easy.
It's a back
There's
door.
no forward movement
Nothing
without
can go
some
wrong.
sort of.
Right. The
Giving
other
things
way,
up.
he can't be sure, but the heat, he believes it's some elemental manifestation.
I have an idea. Varys, why don't you throw a rock down
Yes!
each of the 3 streets and we see what happens?
Oh my god, you had to wait to ask. Yes! Scamper off the back of Frunk right now. It's get stuck in a belt, swing for a second, off. I dart down, forget the rocks, turn back around, grab 3 rocks. Think about how far to go.
It's pretty far.
Pretty
I
far?
mean, far enough. I mean, you can see it, so
Okay.
it's not to the horizon.
I grab J Flash's hand and start running down with him.
Whoa, whoa,
I have to
whoa.
say, nah, I don't think so. I also don't. I mean, I don't. I mean, you should throw rocks because that seems to make you really happy. That's the right way to go.
And then also we'll make a decision about which road to go down.
Let's give the elves something to do while the adults make the choices.
Ooh, that was a good rock. I think maybe that's.
Can you make it skip a couple more times, fella?
When the rock talks.
So, I hear all this from everyone and drop my rocks and upset and scuff my go. I want to go to the way with the scary, weird mistiness.
Okay, but seriously, I want to see what happens to each of the rocks.
I give you
So
the
that-
rocks.
Okay, I guess I'll throw.
Use your little mage
You
hand.
will have to go much
I could
further,
use
but
my
you
mage
could
hand.
do it. What's just like 60 feet or something? This is probably
be
several
30.
hundred feet up the way.
Okay.
You can see it, but you're not within a
Not-
easy rock.
Not throwing distance.
Yeah, throwing distance, I guess. Very true.
I could shoot arrows.
What are you
Down
concerned
each.
about?
I don't know, getting teleported somewhere, or maybe vaporized, or held in stasis like around the obelisk thing. I'm concerned about a lot of
All
things
those
in
are
this
valid
place.
concerns.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Yep.
so you're going to
I'm gonna
shoot
shoot
an arrow,
down.
down
Let's see. Which one do I start with?
Misty way.
The misty one.
Misty Way. Okay, so like a bow's got a pretty good range on it, right? So you just like maybe 50 feet down the road to do it. Is that probably?
I can't remember what the range is on a short bow.
hear
but-
Start
Level
heading down
three.
that way.
Yeah, pretty
until
far.
she's close
Are
enough
you-
to shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
stay with her.
Or I don't
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, don't
Let's go.
leave me to walk down this street
I mean,
alone.
That's the way we're gonna go, assuming that arrow doesn't like turn into rope or something as it crosses
Right.
the boundary.
Let me tie a nice bright red ribbon on the end of this arrow.
Mhm.
No, that's gonna fuck with the aerodynamics. I'm not gonna actually do
Yeah,
that.
the
Or we'll find
aerodynamics
a recently killed person with a nice red bow on top of them.
are- right.
Damn it.
It's a gift for someone. Sorry.
All right, so you go down a ways, you shoot the arrow
Yep.
into the misty, and you
Into the
actually
misty one.
see it fire through. And the air clears, and you can see now a little bit more clearly. It seems to be maybe like a courtyard with statues. The movement's a little uncanny, but like the statues in the air, like clink, 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 and skips across the pavement stones.
Okay, that one seemed fine.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go this way.
Okay.
All right.
Elemental sounds like a tough fight, so let's go this way.
That sounds like no meta-tabling here, my friends. All right, yeah. So you walk down. It seems to take a little bit longer than you would think, just traversing that amount of distance. But you do finally actually open up into a large courtyard, in the center of which is another one of those fountains that you saw when you first entered Dryport, with great gouts of what appears to be fresh, clean water. Throughout the courtyard itself, you see statues. They're not human. It's not like they're a very close approximation, but they are humanoid abstractions. So like longer fingers, longer limbs. See like longer. They're like stylized statues. But what's interesting about them is they're moving very slowly, but they're moving like.
Times.
What?
Quietly, right? And then other ones like seem to like be saying or interacting with each other, and they go back. And you also see every once in a while what appears to be illusory birds, exotic birds that you haven't seen before, and like some illusory fauna as well. It could be the Syrian's ways are very hard and inscrutable, but perhaps this was a public gathering spot, and this could be just a nice artistic area, right? Like a little statue garden, perhaps.
A moving statue garden.
Yeah, with moving statues.
Seems legit.
Some are fallen over, and they're still doing their pantomime,
Oh.
even though they now lie on their sides.
From the navigator's standpoint, Are we? If we head, like, which direction would we keep heading?
Through this very large courtyard with the very spooky statues. Straight line through, my friend.
Of course.
Straight line through.
Then yes,
All right.
Yeah.
straight line through.
All right. You have to weave a little bit through some of the statues as you make your way into the courtyard. In fact, what the hey? I'll just draw it out. Why not?
Right.
Why not? Seems like something fun to do. We could just do that. So there's like a road coming in.
We could do some live drawing.
Oh, you're gonna love my
you
mad
can't
damn
see
drawing.
it.
Can't see it at all.
Are you looking at my drawing?
A nuclear winter.
I know.
That's a well done nuclear winter, Mark.
At least it doesn't look like naughty bits, which for some
tilt
reason
it.
most of mine
It'll be
do.
more clear.
For some reason.
For some reason. Not my fault. And then, gosh, yeah, well, let's just have just tons of little dice all around.
You mind if I tilt it real quick?
Yeah, no, please. Please.
Oh, everybody's sliding off.
Oh, there go all
Yeah,
of
that
my...
didn't help with the nuclear winter.
Really didn't.
No, did not.
And it's very hard to read, but I feel like for some things, it's just good that you use
Up the
some...
contrast.
Beep, 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 right? Yeah, just, statues around, statues around, statues around. Just stuff like that. Not a big deal. Probably nothing.
Less.
Right? And that's
That's
just...
just gonna blow out the lights more.
Yeah, it's hard to.
Right?
Doesn't seem maybe a break.
So you'll start about here, yep. Coming through the way. You notice something that as you walk among the statues, they start to orient themselves towards you. I don't know if you're talking or saying anything or just moving silently.
I
Are
am
they-
moving silently,
Purposefully.
which is difficult.
Right, I gotta say with like.
But now that we know it's an option,
With a lot of fun.
now that we know there's a mute button, that's
I want to let everyone know about the many different ways you can prepare good berries, and I'm talking about that right now.
all right. Excellent. So
Okay.
that speaking, like you see the statues that are around you, like, and like some of them do like exaggerated listening. You see like where there wasn't really a descript mouth, like.
Okay, I know I have
Some
oaths of
smile
redemption.
broadly, others are like, ooh,
But-
big open mouths you can see straight through.
Just as a thing, mimes are irredeemable. It's just how it works.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's my, that'll be my one thing.
That'd be your one thing.
Yeah.
they clearly seem to be turning to him since he's loudly talking.
Yeah, like sound. They seem to be in the vet. He's narrating some kind of a story. They seem like, and they're bending over.
I want to go
Or
up to one of them
reacting.
and continue to talk because they're very interested
Yeah.
audiences,
Did
and
they
I
s-
like having attention.
Do they seem only to be responding to noise or also to visual?
Yeah.
When you make motions, they will like exaggeratedly like do this if you walk past one.
I want to see like
Go up to them and do trapped in a box.
a little bit like that. I basically want
the drama.
to walk up to one and sort of just slowly reach my hand towards it to see if it will continue to move out of the way. Does it seem?
What are you thinking when you do that? You're trying to figure out.
I'm testing its boundaries. I want to see like. Partially, I think it would be funny if I could make him lean so far back that he falls over.
All right.
But I just want to see if he'll really do it.
It's funny. What's funny is when you like push,
Yeah.
he totally does fall over.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's like kind of there, and it does this sort of like poor critter on its back,
Yeah.
pinwheeling its legs. Does that amuse you?
These things are ridiculous. We should leave.
I think we should pick it up.
Yeah.
I pick it up.
You pick it
I
up.
write it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna help.
I was just kidding about the mimes. They're totally redeemable.
This
That
thing-
you, like the whole point of redeeming minds is to make them so they speak again.
Right. That's
Right? Like if they're in eternal hell, not being able to speak, they're just like, I can't get out.
right. That's great. So this thing is massively heavy. Crazily, like if you could imagine something that's essentially 7 feet tall but fairly thin, but made of granite.
Okay.
Bizarrely,
So
that's
they
what
are-
happens. Your flashlight, you're like, oh, just pick it up. It's like, oh my god! Like it is solid.
I'm also the weakest member of the party. So
We don't have our minis because, of course, we never need minis anymore. But could you do me a favor and just or if you have minis, do you have minis? No, you don't have minis. Just with a pen, with the dry erase, just show me where you are, like a V. Again, just for fun. We're just hanging out.
Definitely no combat coming.
So it's a courtyard of sorts. It's cool.
Which way did we come in?
Over here, and so like summer, I assume you're around this little area here,
That's
interacting. I mean,
That's the one you went up to talk to?
Yeah, and I'm
Did you do the same one?
No, I would have gone to one that was looking at him.
Well, me and the navigator went to wherever you are. So,
So Diedrick went to this one.
Okay, so I'm there with the navigator
Okay.
trying to pick it up.
Okay.
Yep, I'm just saying back over here.
Gone.
I'll add J Flash.
Good idea.
Please let me just find this quickly.
And the navigator behind me.
So you're all doing that interesting, cool thing. The DM says very slowly, stalling for just a smidge of time while he finds one possible little thing. And goes, oh, he's never gonna
What
find
the
it.
shit,
It's gonna
Jessup?
make him ineffably sad.
Oh wait, we got to cover.
Oh yeah, that's great. Frank, do some messing with statue music.
messing with statue music sounds a lot like something that is branded.
All right, last thing that I'm
As Twitch mutes this
No.
section.
Twitch. All right, I'm gonna just have to go with what I can find. So be it. So be it. So
There we
be it.
go.
So be it.
Turn gain all the way down, and then it shows up very nicely. Guess I'll just have this like available.
Isn't. Yeah, don't you hate it when you have a mini that you really, really, really want to show? But this is actually more for placement anyways. So let me see, party, where you all are. Messing with the cool statues as the illusory birds, and plants, and the very chill.
Here's your marker.
Ah, thank you so much.
I am. Oh yeah, I should know. So I'm using my mage hand to try and touch this song.
All right, Idle, and you're right there.
Yeah.
All right.
You should draw.
Yes, I should. Give me that pen back.
Yes. You have to do that.
It should be like
You
one of those
have to
slappy
do
things
that.
that sticks to the wall.
That's not. I can't draw anything.
Now that's actually what appears.
We were all watching Idol's Mage Hand.
What the shit?
So, as you're like messing with these statues, you see, I think, especially while you're messing with that one Varus, a large, to be clear, a large spider suddenly just appears. A large spider is about 8 feet long and about 4.5 to 5 feet tall. So a very large spider.
No, a large spider is like 3 inches.
That's too large spider. It's already
This is an Australian spider.
It's not large enough spider. Its body is predominantly white, but it is actually its legs are tinged with this blue. It just appears not too dissimilar to what you've seen Idol do actually on occasion. Just it attacks Varus and Idol. Actually, one appears suddenly right next to you.
Ah!
This large, creepy spider. Like,
So it is a spider and not a bear.
They appear and they attack you suddenly. Varus.
Should we roll initiative?
This is actually a surprise.
Okay.
They were literally not here, and then suddenly
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
Not
So,
sure these guys can
first
be
and
redeemed.
foremost, Varus. Oh,
You should teach
you
them
lucked
not to
out, my
show up
friend.
early.
Yes, it fully whiffed on you.
That's why you hang out with statues. They keep you safe and lucky.
That's right. Actually, the statue's like. Idol. On the other hand, oh my gosh, boy, the dice is kind to the party tonight. A 1 and a 2 I rolled.
Perfect.
So both of these spiders appear and just and they clamor at you, quite shockingly so, and that's it. So now we roll the actual initiative. All right.
Do we though?
Do we?
Shit.
Do we though?
Put
Yeah,
me at whatever list you have. Just put me at the very bottom. That looks like a very natural
These
one.
darn two-pointed ducks. Yes. All right. Does anybody beat a 20 or on a 20?
I got a 20.
Nice.
Why we keep
Unnatural.
elves around.
15. 15?
Oh, 17.
17! Je flash, je time.
Some elves are more useful than others.
Right? All right. How about a 10? 10? It's a 10.
Oof.
Wow. How about a 5?
7.
Okay,
Wow.
that's grim. That's grim news, party.
4? Oh, yeah. That's me. Yep, got it.
Verse, what did you get?
You got a 1.
I got a 1.
Oh my goodness gracious me. All right. Well, you know what? It's a lovely courtyard. It's a lovely day. We're just chilling.
5 more statues.
Just 5 more statues. All right, Idol.
Yeah.
You got this big spider next to you.
I sure do.
And it's looking kind of gnarly.
Yeah.
So, your go.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had another one of those.
We can draw one.
Yeah.
Just a little circle.
Actually, I've got a real spider.
It's moving faster than my turn. It's cheating.
It's like hurting spiders.
I mean, I guess if we got a clear glass that was just, not like a shot glass, and we
Right.
just
put this.
let's not do this.
They say
Let's not do this at all.
Let's not do this. Never work with spiders, they say in DM camp.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stab it, I guess, with both my daggers, hopefully.
I think that's a wise plan.
Let's see. Well, that's not amazing or anything. So let's see. So that's 14, and then this one is 11.
All right, the 14 hits.
Yay! Seven.
All right, 7 points of damage. You're off and going.
Oh, and I'm going to use my bonus action to... Wait, no, I used my bonus action with the second attack. Never mind.
One good thing though, when you strike it, wherever it came from, it is solid now.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good thing. So does that little obligatory Sheila squeal. Jaflash,
Yep.
you've got some damage and danger to interpose yourself with. In between.
Hitherto.
Hitherto.
Wherefore?
We're so far.
Quid pro quo.
If the spider
Ceteris paribus.
So, do these fall under the sort of celestial, all the protection from good and evil?
Well, I
Is
mean,
that
if
right?
I attack, I lose it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Okay.
Cast it on Amuk.
All right,
Unless he
TikTok,
has any
TikTok,
plans.
Flash. What are we thinking? Spiders bearing down, the fog
Uh,
of war, and all that.
I'll cast it on the navigator then.
Oh yes,
Right
Amuk.
there. Yeah.
Amuk, who
drew.
actually, oh bless you. Yeah, Amuk knows what side of the bread is buttered. Anyways, he sticks close to you is what I'm really trying to say.
Okay.
That's what I'm really trying to say here.
I mean, even
Yeah.
the metaphors get weird.
All right, so that's great. He goes to ground as you'd expect. So right on. Now the spiders go yet again because those sneaky things. Varys going to endure one more attack.
Save me, statue.
24.
Oh yeah, that totally.
I like how you're looking. Like there's a chance.
But it is fair because you don't know. Oh boy, 12 points of damage
That hurts.
and con 11 save, please.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
Nice.
All right,
Nat 20.
6 more points of damage. It bites you for the aforementioned 12, and then actually an additional 6. And as it bites you, that does drop you? Doesn't drop you.
No,
All right.
I'm good.
You feel this poison start to course through your veins immediately, which is the extra damage. It feels like ice water. And as you feel the effects of it, you actually see in this courtyard a fog is over everything, a silvery fog, and you see webs everywhere in here trailing off of these things, these statues. They're still pantomiming, but now it's more horrific because they're
Right.
wrapped up.
Are they the type of webs where if we touch them, we get stuck?
It's hard to say because they're not there and then they are there, but they're like silvery tendrils. Seems like they're shifted into this other pocket of, I think Amuka called it the ethereal, border ethereal.
Right.
Something else though that you notice actually is that there's some figures here, and here that are thoroughly cocooned and unmoving in this other place.
That's fine. We're fine.
Wrapped up, webbed, if you will. Yes, and then the other spider. Oh, and then after it bites you, perhaps unfairly, it disappears.
Oh, jeez.
Idle does a 19 hit.
Yes, it does.
You take 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And then that DC 11 con save. So you take another 6. So it was, what did I say? 8? 8 plus 6. Yeah, 14 points of damage. Pretty gnarly things here in this pocket dimension. Same thing though, as its venom courses through you, you can see the courtyard more fully, strangely, and you see it just webbed, trailed with the silvery, weird web stuff in this other realm. And then it also disappears.
Yep, don't like this.
All right.
This seems to be the wrong turn. Should have gone the other way.
Frog,
Oh, hi.
no problem. They're gone.
Cool.
Good job.
Okay, great work, Marty.
Let's get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah. It is very pleasant, actually. The sun.
Okay, I take a nap.
Statues, right? The cool water.
I didn't even notice any of this. I'm just
Yeah,
kinda
it happened very quickly.
gazing.
Right. It did actually happen very, very
Ferris, stop being so loud. I'm trying to play.
So some things just for rules clarity, because some of this stuff comes up. One thing you could do, if something bops in on you, you could ready an action. So if something appears, you're like, boom, I'm going to hit it when it appears. I don't mean to be too rules lawyery, but just because this could be a really deadly situation if you didn't understand it entirely. It looks like they're teleporting as a bonus action, but they can only do it either to pop in and attack you and then they're there for everybody else until it's their turn again, or they can attack and disappear. So they can do that, but they can only do it once, and then there's a cycle of players that can... Not to pull back the curtain.
So you guys just got bit.
Yeah.
For big chunks of
Big old
It's...
fatty chunks of damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I drag the navigator, who looked like they got bit the most. I drag the navigator.
yeah, it could be a toss-up.
It could be. I can heal me.
Who's closest?
Maybe
It's your call, your flash. Actually, one thing you do notice is that they both Idle and Varus appear a little more translucent
What?
than they used to.
So I will move over to Idle,
Mm-hmm.
lay on of hands,
Okay.
using the
Okay. Thanks.
straight up 5 extra points of lay on of hands to remove poison.
Now, thanks
Oh.
to the wonders of dry erase,
Did you actually get poisoned, or was it just this weird?
it was poison. It was poison damage.
I don't know
It
how
doesn't
poison
seem like
works
it's
in 5e.
ongoing, which you would know just because you'd have to. Before.
Okay.
So healing, yes, but you don't have to
All right, well,
remove
I'll
a
still do
poison
5.
because some poisons are ongoing. Right.
Okay.
This one is not.
And then once, yeah, go ahead.
We're still in combat here, and
Yeah.
Yes.
are we through our turn?
Oh
order?
I'm
'Cause
initiative order.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I take it back. I didn't
Oh.
do it.
So that's the thing. That's the thing you would do when your turn
Yeah.
comes.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows. All right. So Frunk, yes. Actually, let's try to move a little bit quicker, party.
Yeah.
We have so much
Okay.
stuff to do.
So I am going to, assuming that I actually did see these spiders jump
did.
in and
You
hurt
absolutely
these guys,
did.
That's okay.
I'm going to
Tried.
It's not your
run
fault.
over to this statue and just try and clamber up and perch on top of it and get a vantage and ready my sword and just be as
Ready to
vigilant
go?
and out of the way as possible.
All right. In the process, by the way, you feel 2 very helpful hands go, like holding you, like, oh, that's great. Yeah.
Love it.
Perfect. All right. You are ready in action, Diedrick.
So Frunk is now guarding soon-to-be Bear.
Mm-hmm.
So Diedrick is going to run over to Idle,
Yay.
and I'm going to yell, Back to back over the wounded, crew! And just ready in action to strike out with both axes if a spider appears near me.
All right, great. Readied. Varys,
Cool. Shoot.
you got a foot in both worlds.
a foot in both worlds.
That's often a good thing to dabble in.
So can I see the spiders in either world?
Oh, when you
I-
shift in and out, you can't actually see them. You can see a little bit into the ethereal, but you can't actually see these things.
Right.
At least not yet.
Oh, okay. So, first comment, I can become a spider, so Varys would know this, which is the first bit of it is they have HP is like. Can I say a specific HP? Okay. They're easy. They're squishier. We can probably kill because like when I become a spider, I'm squishier, so they're probably going to be squishier too.
You're just sharing with us your information about feeling like a spider.
Yes, it's the best that I can.
You probably become a small stinky spider, and these are very large,
it's
not
a-
stinky spiders.
I almost transform into a spider to prove you wrong, but there's more information that needs to be known. I see webs when all of a sudden things are changing, and the webs can slow you down, and you need to break through it. So I don't know if we can do this, but I'm debating right now being a spider because spiders and webs aren't a problem. I can maneuver just fine. But I like bears.
If it makes any difference to you, when your companions have moved around, and even yourself, when you were able to peer briefly into this other shifted realm, you would have walked through webs in the material plane, and to no effect.
Okay, that does help me. In that case,
Bear!
all right,
Quick,
I'm going to combo this real quick.
Idol, you'll be up next.
So, I cast Flaming Sphere and turn into a bear.
Nice.
So, Flaming Sphere is going to, because I don't know where to put it, it's just going to sit here. It's a 5-foot diameter ball of fire. And I can move it with my mind, even as a bear. So, I'm going to, basically the idea is, now that I'm a giant bee, that's a terrible statement, now that I'm a bear, I'm going to...
You're
like,
also a giant bitch.
It's
It's okay. Just own it.
just own it. So, is that I can move it into things like as
cool.
bear. So,
All right.
so I'm gonna do that, and then now I'm just bear and ready to go.
Bared up, got a flaming sphere on deck,
Right, flaming sphere on deck, bared up.
and that's it right there, right?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Idol.
Yeah. Are there around the courtyard? What's going on? Are there buildings or?
Right here, it looks like it might have been once what we would have called cafes or shops or delightful little things like that. Maybe like an art gallery of some kind.
Do they have roofs that can be stood upon?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna misty step up onto one of those.
Alrighty.
Fuck this! I'm out.
Fuck this, I'm out. All right, cool. So where do you go ahead and? That's true. Actually, your flash was just over there. Although take that back by that spell because
I
you wouldn't have
did.
expended it.
Take it back.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Panahoy,
Technically, it's not. A
let me know where you misty step to. Right on.
Here probably.
Very, very easy. See, it's like about 15 feet up.
Yay. That's
Yeah.
good.
You have a shimmering sense of what everything's going
Yeah,
on.
This is fine.
Alrighty. And then,
And-
surprise.
He's a bear.
Just as you would expect, the spiders pop up here. One scampers up and goes to strike at you, Frank. And another one, Diedrick, appears right next to you and rears up. So when you're ready in action, I'll let you get the attacks off because you had ready those, and then I'll have their attacks go. So
Sounds good.
boom, boom.
That's not great. So a 15 and a 7
Okay, 15 hits.
for 8 damage.
All right, for 8 damage. All right, you take a nice meaty chunk out of this creature, wherever it came from. It's definitely blue ichor splatters out. You hear it again. Miss it?
And I rolled a 21.
Okay, that
So
hits.
that should hit. But then I rolled garbage for damage, so it's only 5.
All right, 5, but even so. So this one actually hasn't been wounded so far, but still, well, you got a big old greatsword, right? Boom! So it did, It shucks off probably because you were shifting on the thing, even though the statue's very helpfully trying to keep you up. And now the spiders attack. So when spiders attack, I'm sure 21 hits you. All right. We're gonna get back to let's just do that right now. Oh dear Lord. 9 points of damage, and the DC. All right, for 12 more. Mm-hmm. Have you been poisoned yet?
No.
All right. How you doing? How you doing, Frank? Spider hangover.
Okay, so 9 and 12.
Yes.
Okay, I have 3 points of health left.
All right, but you have those potions. Remember, I believe there's a potion.
Someone has them.
Somebody.
Flash has.
That's no, never have all the potions.
But I do have my auto stabilize pendant. So.
That's right. That's actually really good. Now here's the
We
thing.
only have one potion.
Oh, all right. I thought for some reason there was. Yeah, that's good.
I think there's a potion of spider climbing somewhere.
I have a potion of regular climbing.
Actually, if you drink it now, you could climb up on that spider. That's what spider climbing actually is like for navigating big spiders. You get the same effect that I described. Obviously, you weren't sharing notes at the time, but you're like, "Whoa," and then you actually see in this a little bit like ring vision, I suppose, but it's just like that tendrils, and you do see also like these bodies webbed up over there. All right, and now, Diedrick, unfortunately, I didn't forget about you. 14?
Miss.
That's a big miss. All right. Frunk, you are up, and then Diedrick, you're up next.
Okay.
So, Frunk. And you'll note the spiders stuck around. Because they appeared. See? That's the thing.
Yes.
You should get up on them. You're spider climbing. Are you injured fairly seriously?
I'm pretty
You
hurt.
feel the statue underneath you going a little anxiously tapping its feet.
Okay. I am. And the spider's right there. It just got up in my business. So
It did get up in your business, but I mean, you know.
Okay, so if I run away from it, does it get to fuck me up more, or can I?
If you just disengage from it, as you're like, I'm just moving away from it, yes.
So what I want to do is try and go over to where I see those cocoons and see if I can possibly interact, slice them open, do something over there. Is that a thing that is possible?
It is absolutely possible. In fact, as you said that, the statue you stand upon goes with long-legged strides.
Nice.
It purposefully charges over with you, kind of like a chicken warrior, like as you thought about it, and then
Love it.
it just appears right by the cocoon things.
Baba Yaga statue.
Yeah, it keeps you working directly like these things. They're dynamite. Yes, so like, through the fountain, and the spider's like,
I like to imagine.
pretty disappointed in that. So that was your move.
Okay, so can I try and take a slice at one of these cocoons and open it up?
Sure.
Alright.
In fact, the statue even very helpfully bends down, so you really get your weight behind it. You the webs part with your blade very, very easily. You actually see underneath of it old but still fairly unblemished plate armor in places. You see actually like what appears to be the edge of a shield wrapped up in the one that you cut open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it
Dead.
dead?
It's not moving. It looks like it was a human, actually. Very, very pale now. Slightly desiccated, but maybe just needs some juice. Or maybe
Spit
dead.
on it.
Give it a good berry.
I mean, I guess you could pee on it.
It looks pretty dead.
Okay,
It looks like a
okay.
juice box, maybe a third of the way full still.
I don't have a lot of access to my good berries. Clans.
Can I take his gear? Can I?
Not on this. That will take a lot more doing because it's pretty rounded. But you can cut it open and look. Yeah,
Okay.
that'll be post combat.
This is maybe not the time.
Luke's here.
So some gears are turning for Diedrick. Did I hear Frunk? Trunk. Did I hear Frunk?
I got Frunk in the trunk.
Did I hear
gonna
Frunk
be a thing.
issue a command to this statue, or silently it just
It's
took
the
off at a run?
weirdest thing. You saw your friend get
Yeah.
struck by the spider, and then next thing you know,
Yeah.
this thing was just like.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to think about towards this statue. Hold him still.
All right. Give me like an intelligence roll and tell me what you get.
What if I don't tell you?
Well, you've been really smart.
It's an 8.
All right. The thing is, maybe that's possible, Diedrick. Maybe it's not. The
Okay.
problem is, it's a pretty complex gesture from far away, whereas
Yeah.
that was more. Yeah.
Okay. Just gonna swing my axes at it. Then.
Yes. Axes. Bears ahoy.
All right. That's a 14 and a 22.
Both big hits.
So I'm gonna turn one of them into a goading attack.
Oh.
And so that's a total of 12, 17, 19 damage, and it must make a wrong one. It must make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 13. Otherwise, it has
No, it doesn't. No,
'cause
it
it's
doesn't
dead?
have to make that save. And I'll tell you why. Because it's dead.
All right, but as it dies, I
Yeah.
explain to it a really good reason for it to keep attacking me.
As it-
Leave my friends alone! //
You raise a good point. You strike off some of its limbs in rapid succession and then bury your last axe directly into its multifaceted eyes.
Yeah.
And it dies with a shudder and a squeal. Have you been poisoned, by the way?
No, it has not hit me.
So here's the other weird thing, is
Yeah.
that what you saw Frunk do, the statue, yes, and then you saw him go, and look down, and that's
I'm just
weird.
assuming there's another spider there. I don't know.
Ah, that could very well be true.
I'm taking care of the little ones.
Yeah.
Squish, 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 squish.
Was there a spider on your sword?
Actually, let's leave it because
Probably.
it's plenty gross and horrific. You see some of the ichor from its fangs drip down its soft, spidery, gross body. So Varys,
So
you just see Diedrick go to town.
and that was awesome. I don't want to be left out. So I'm going to move my little fireball back here and swoop it in. Mm-hmm. So because it's just a little bit of a range on that thing that I don't want to be cooking myself. No bear stew. So by hitting that, it has to make a dexterity saving throw. And if it fails that, then it's 2d6s of fire damage.
Cool. All right, Dex throw, and what was the?
It should be 14.
All right, it misses.
Oh.
So rolling ball of fire.
Rolling ball of fire, 4 damage, and 3 damage, so
All right,
7 damage.
total 7 damage. All right.
And now the bear comes in, safely far away from the heat.
Right. Yes.
So
Only you can prevent courtyard fires.
I've turned the opposite of Smokey, haven't I?
You
Burning everything.
You really have. Actually, that was a deadly combo.
Running in.
Yep.
So I'm gonna attack. 15.
15 points of damage,
Uh,
or 15 to hit. That hits.
Cool.
Say,
Yeah. And
wowzers.
this is
You
a
just do this
pierce.
thing.
So that's a 1d8. So 9 damage.
All
on that
right,
one.
9 damage. Great.
Yeah, and then these are going to be claws coming next. And that's 14.
That hits.
Oh, yay. 2d6s. 6.
Wowzers.
4.
10
10 plus 4, 14.
All right, 14. You actually rend that one apart as well. You still, in the process,
Was
you
the
taste.
piercing biting?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
which, think about it.
I'm holding
I
it
am
in place.
thinking about it.
Spider breath.
Well, I like to imagine that I'm holding it in place, so it's like pinned, and then I'm just jabbing my claws in, like repeatedly. I mean,
Like Wolverine bear.
a Wolverine bear. I like
Bear.
that.
Yeah.
I also like to imagine that as I'm punching through it, I'm feeling it go warm on the other side. I'm like, oh, pull back, pull back, pull back.
Right.
Too close.
Now your mouth just looks like you ate a blueberry slushy.
You get some of that venom in your mouth,
It
but it's
tastes
okay.
like
You're not
Windex.
poisoned. It's just like,
It's
oh,
venom,
that's
not
a
poison.
weird. Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Actually, that's a great qualifier. So you like kill the thing, which I can't actually adequately. Oh, there we are. Also, the statues around here seem to be, yay, smiling, and maybe some of this,
Ooh.
some cavorting about, maybe some over here doing things you best not talk about.
I look at the statue that didn't help me and say, thanks a lot.
Right, it's like it does do. It's not my fault. So, all right, yeah, the spiders pass away. Now, the people that have been poisoned, feeling the venom leaving your system, this realm that you can perceive is slowly starting to fade.
Rawr, 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 rawr.
And we're out of combat now.
You are now out of
Okay.
combat.
So I can jump down and slice open the rest of these cocoons and check out what's inside.
While I was
Alright.
doing that, I'm just gonna head over and use some healing.
To
Yeah,
To
I need
folks?
the help.
Carefully climb back down to the ground.
do you go to Frunk while he's doing that?
Yeah.
All right. Frunk, as you're cutting through all of these things and releasing them from the webs, Jaflash, you actually see these figures materializing back into the material plane, which is a little weird because I don't
That
think
is
anybody
weird.
really knew what was going on. So as
But
the
you
webs
know,
are
they
going,
can
it's
be
like-
redeemed.
it's coming back in. But here's something else too, and this is all you know for sure. But when you see these figures, you have a profound sense of connection to them, and it's hard to say anything.
I do.
Yeah,
have
you
a
do. Like,
profound
it's,
sense of- they can definitely be
a
redeemed.
resonance, a
They
little
may already be redeemed.
right, like something across not across your grave because that's loaded, but just basically like this weird like there's something, some significance. It's strange. It tickles at the edge of your awareness, like something you should know maybe or don't.
Huh.
But the figures, anyways, they appear to be dressed in similar fashion, so it wouldn't be untoward to think that they were all part of the same organization. The plate mail style that they wear, the various pieces of armor that they have, are very stylized in some ways. Nothing like the Outriders. Nothing like anything you've actually seen in the build before, which is kind of becoming par for the course in Old Brasira. But there's some weapons that come out that are interesting.
Are they dead?
They are dead. They are
They're
very
very
much
dead.
dead. They've been drained dry and seemed like who knows where they were attacked or how, but desiccated and laid up on this weird ethereal place, as Amalur was calling it. A shield, though, pokes out of the webbing, and you sort of see it face on, and that is interesting because literally face on, there's a face on the shield.
Oh.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
a stylized face.
Do I recognize it?
It cocks an eyebrow up when you think that.
It cocks an eyebrow up when I think that. This shield can definitely be redeemed. All right. Do other people see the shield? Okay, I get that the eyebrow is being cocked.
Oh no! That it was grinning at you, or no, it was always grinning at you. That
All right,
it wasn't
yeah.
cocking an eyebrow earlier.
Oh, it's grinning,
Yes.
not cocking an eyebrow.
No.
Okay.
Wait, did I say grinning? No. Now it's laughing. That's not right. Anyways, very interesting.
All right. Yeah.
Very
Sounds,
interesting.
sounds interesting. I cure light wounds. And Franck.
What does that do for me?
1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh, look at that.
Well, I think I rolled.
No, keep it.
Oh yeah. I'm like on the one. Actually, you know what? Usually, you can do it if you like it,
No.
but usually the player
Sweet.
rolls just to kind of
So it's that plus.
bring them into the fray.
So it's plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is 4, but not proficiency.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's
plus 4, so 12.
Yeah.
It's helpful.
That was helpful.
And then I pick up the shield to actually look at it. Close
All
up.
right. Well, long story short, it feels magical. It feels sturdy. It feels like something that actually has hidden potential in that way that you've all heard the really great magical items require time with their users to really bring out their full potential. But the one interesting thing right off the bat is you do realize that it has some empathy with you. The things that you're feeling, the mood that you have at any given time is reflected on the shield.
Yeah?
Yes, and for you, confidence is a big. So it's almost like,
All right.
if a shield could do that.
Yeah, well, it is.
It is,
apparently.
it is, actually.
It is doing that.
Yes.
Well, I toss away my shitty shield, which cannot be redeemed,
Right.
and then take this awesome one. And then I start looking at the actual armor, because why not?
Yeah, because why not? And while you throw that shield away, everybody else sees that other shield go, only not with the noise, and then like. So that's a little drift flag. But anyways, from now on, I'm going to let you decide what the facial expression on the shield is at any given time.
Perfect.
Mhm.
So cool.
And then in addition, the armor, basically some of it is corroded or busted up, but that breastplate in particular, you could definitely salvage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What size
not-
is it?
It's
human
your
size?
size. It's your flash size.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
All right.
It comes in extra large flash size.
Okay.
You actually, it's easily could be strapped on and cinched up.
Okay. I strap it on and cinch it up.
All right.
I don't mind wearing a
You got
dead
it.
dude's.
No, why not? It's not like
He's
you
off
bled on it.
gallivanting with whomever his gods were,
Yeah.
I guess. Like, it seems fine.
Another thing, and you don't necessarily discern any more magic, although I guess in the future, you may have detect magic. Is that even a thing that y'all
I haven't taken it.
I know it when I see it.
Yeah, I mean, there's auras and shimmers. These things don't appear that way, but they also all have medallions that seem to have like wings, like an eye and a wing.
The corpses do.
Yeah, like some kind of thing around their neck, like pendants, some kind of amulet of some kind.
Yeah, I would take a eye wing pendant.
I could have detect magic. I just don't.
You could, but why?
I don't know. For the same reason I keep not taking command, because nobody fucking speaks my language.
Yeah.
It's useless.
Yeah, actually, that's another whole other thing that at some point, sooner than later, we'll have to talk about languages because they're fun. And like when you were talking about like how you can communicate with various things, like you all can speak some languages. But in any case, the courtyard after this, the statues kind of amble about. Calmness reigns again, despite these monstrosities that are actually dying out. Anything further that you want to?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have an intelligence of 17, which I think justifies taking this amazing idea from Wicked in chat.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Feel free to steal
Okay.
it. I see.
Health potion. Who's got the health potion?
I do.
May I have it, please? I am injured. I would like to point out that I am grievously injured.
That's
I can
legit.
lay on hands, which is replenishable.
May I please
but
have
that-
the health potion?
Please have the health.
I would prefer to drink the health potion.
So don't trust you.
Give
Please.
it
Please.
Give it
I
to her.
beg of you.
I look at.
Do it.
All right.
I chug the health potion.
Yes.
What is the, is it like
Get
some number of
yourself-
D4s? I forget
It's
how.
just a potion. of
Yeah.
healing.
Yeah.
I'll get it for you. I think it might
We'll
just
deal
be-
with that later.
Yeah, I think it's like
I chug
2d8.
it.
I think it's like 2d8 plus something.
Okay.
I think is what it is.
Well, I chug the health potion, and I'm gonna go over to one of the spider bodies.
Yes.
Rinse out with some water from my water skin. Rinse out the potion bottle.
You don't even need water skin because that cool fountain is there.
That's right.
Shh, and it's
Oh,
delicious
we
water,
gotta
by the
investigate
way.
that water too.
Mhm.
Man, I wish we had more bottles than this. I guess I could chug a potion of climbing too, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna waste it. I'm more interested in getting this spider venom that lets me see into some other plane.
Go on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'll just try and collect as
well.
much venom as I can get into this bottle.
Well done.
Wicked, that's so cool.
Well done, Wicked.
also,
Awesome.
thank you
We
for
tell you
giving
what.
me those
Nice.
numbers.
You get the DM's treasure, but also the So, you like do that. You get some.
Well, that's shitty.
Oh well.
3
Coulda laid on
plus 4.
hands.
Well, you still could if you want to.
You took the potion, and now you're running to fill it with spider juice.
It lets me see into other planes. You didn't get bit. You don't know.
I don't. No.
No,
and
now-
I don't actually trust you.
Come here, I
weren't
could
there, man.
I could stab you with a little bit of this, and then you'll see.
No,
That's gonna help the trust.
I've seen this before. A sailor gets a taste of something and they need it all the time.
Oh boy.
Keep her away from that spider venom.
I'm not gonna drink it. Do you think I'm crazy?
Just
I'll
gonna
hook this
stab
up
it
on
into
one of the
people.
statues
I'm just
with this
gonna-
little hook going. Why, but rather with this drinking it, or perhaps we can make it with the thread and then smoke it.
Ooh,
Just
no.
say it.
Ooh, that sounds
Why don't we smoke it?
interesting.
He like slides back down the statue very slowly. All right. Yes. So for sure you get a full potions bottle worth of the venom, which just for the sake of discussion, I'll just tell you it's phase spider venom.
Wait.
Yeah. Which seems to be, if introduced into the bloodstream, at the very least allows you to perceive into the border ethereal, which is what Amok calls it. And on that note, he says, "Quickly, my friends, quickly! We must away. This place, this pocket, if it collapses or manifests further, we may be struck into this gray waste forever."
Feeling very attached to my statue. Can I keep it?
You could certainly try.
Let's just. I'll,
Are you letting it
I'm gonna
piggyback
be the-
you?
Yeah, I'm the first sort of bionic man.
Right? So are you standing on its shoulders, or are you legs
I'm
like down? Like a chicken fight? Are we talking actual?
You're getting a shoulder ride.
Teatro Zanzani? What are we?
I settled down into little kid on dad's shoulders mode.
Yes.
And I'm just kind of hanging on. And the statue's like, okay.
Yeah. It's trying to take a selfie. Darn it. It's always hard to do. Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. It appears like to be able to take limited empathic direction from you. It's not a golem, so it's down the line as maybe like a siege engine, but in terms of just simple ambulation,
Okay.
yep. And it parrots
Taking
to
it
some
for a walk,
degree.
yeah.
It's yeah, exactly.
I look at Frunk's robot legs and back to my useless statue and just.
All right. It's like,
You see, Diedrick, I had talked to this one and given a good berry, and so I broke the ice.
right.
What you need is the conversationalist of Varys.
Not worth it. I changed my mind.
The bear walks over, is about to...
All right. You make your way quickly through the ethereal courtyard and continue on your way through. For a while, actually, as you go through some twisting turns and shifting, Amok consults his map again. But ultimately, you come out of that area much closer, actually now, to the library, which is big statues, stuff like that. In fact, it just seems like potentially just a few blocks away.
Let's go there. Then.
It's also becoming around twilight, maybe earlier evening, but just that great witching hour.
Get up there.
Could we get a sleep? Is it a safe time to do that? We just got...
in the middle of the haunted city is always the right time to sleep.
I'm still a bear. You guys can cuddle up. It'll be fine.
It'll be nice and warm.
For 30 more minutes.
Let's get to the haunted library at the center of the haunted city, and then we can sleep.
This is nothing like a good book's put you to sleep.
All right, so you make your way through. Let me just check very quickly, pardon, as I go through my notes here. Eventually, you get up to the building. Actually, if you remember Idle from your dream, it is exactly as you thought it was back then. You see the statue of the Siren, which you've seen other statues similarly attired, so this is the way the Sirens roll. They had on relatively shorter robes with the cascading metal. You see this one palm out. It's about 100 feet tall, so it's really quite an impressive structure. And it's looking up towards the sky, palm out. And then you see beyond that a little courtyard area, and then the front of the building. The building is also circular. That seems to be one of the big things for the Sirens.
How big is the statue?
It's 100 feet tall.
Okay.
It's like a big towering thing, which is weird because at various times on the horizon you can see it, and then sometimes it seems really far away or small. It's just one of those weird spatial things.
I want to climb it.
Well,
You
you
could.
have a potion
I have
that
a
would
potion
allow
of
you to do
climbing.
that.
I'm
You
also
should just waste it now.
Synchronize.
Right?
Hey, it would definitely not be wasted because it would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're pretty good.
I don't know about that because I think climbing uses athletics.
Okay, then I'll climb it.
Yes.
I was kind of a jock in
Do you want?
high school. And,
Do you want the potion of climbing?
I don't know how my robot friend climbs.
not very well.
Just
No.
walks up it.
Simple movements, right? Simple pantomime, simple movements, but any really complex things, probably not.
Make sure to give it some orders to stay. A bit of a heel boy.
Although it wants to be a real boy. So.
Wait a minute. Didn't you say a minute ago that you can turn into a spider?
Yes. Oh, wait, hey! It's if we get a rest, I can do this very effectively.
Very effectively.
Also, bears are good at climbing.
We're not resting.
No.
We're not.
We can't rest here. This is
Ever?
spider
We're
country.
trying to go to the library.
Oh, also, I'm sorry, but I would do want to recon this for y'all's sake. One of the other people in the courtyard that you had, Deske was, had a bow and had a quiver with arrows in it, many of which were crushed. However, 6 were actually still in pristine condition, relying some kind of magical thing. When you pull them out, Ido, you realize that they are +1 arrows. So 6 +1 arrows.
Yes.
Does she get the bow as well, or?
The bow's just broken.
Okay.
So you're really, yeah.
But does she get it?
But do you get it?
And we stick it together. I can mend things.
Right.
If it's
You
magic,
can sew things.
no,
It's
mend
different.
mend works with anything that's broken.
You could give that bow a pocket.
You want a place to keep your arrows besides the quiver?
Just,
If it's a magic bow though, even if I mend it, it wouldn't
I don't.
be magical.
It sounds like it's probably not a magic bow.
well, if you want it.
So party, you are at long last at this weird Syrian library or laboratory or whatever the
Are you
translation of it
literally
was.
climbing this 100-foot tall
No.
tower?
You're not gonna. You're not,
Am I?
I don't know,
Do you
party.
want to?
I'm not
My
trying to
shield
goad
looks
you into it.
dubious.
Listen,
If you fall, it's D6 per 10. So I mean, I'm just
if he falls, I can cast Featherfall.
right. That's true. So
All right, let's check out what that statue's holding.
Let's do
All
it.
right. Before you do that, are you gonna drink the potion?
oh, it's spider
Just
climb.
a fucking badass.
He doesn't need the potion.
All right, I'm gonna give you a little boost, okay?
A
I'm
little
gonna
boost?
give you enhance ability.
He's got the statue for a bit.
It's so give me a second to make sure I know how this part works. But I'm gonna give you specifically Cat's
Shield
Grace.
looks
Oh, cat's
Frivolous.
grace.
So you have an advantage on dexterity checks.
Climbing is strength. Climbing
Yeah,
is
climbing
strength.
is strength.
Bull's strength.
Which is which. If we only had a climber here, that would be able to tell us how climbing works.
It takes Cat's Grace to climb.
Right? In a
Have you ever seen a bull climb? No, you haven't. You've seen a cat climb.
Yeah, weird, right?
depends on how angry it is.
No, I'm.
One thing is true though, party, as regards like you see, like the sun is rapidly going towards the horizon,
Let's
so
do this.
it's going to
Do
be
it.
pretty dark.
Touch.
Pretty soon.
5 gold says he shorts it.
You get
You're on.
you get an advantage on
Advantage.
yeah, strength checks.
Okay, well, 19.
19. All right, you scamper up. There's you maybe get halfway up the statue. It's 100 feet. I was like, I think there's even a check technically that's like every increment, but you know what? With your move plus, so you get about like halfway up the statue. You're around its waist.
Okay.
You're about waist high at the
Yeah.
statue and clinging on, and so it's about 50 feet up. It's a nice view. You can almost see over the buildings that surround.
We believe in you, Frank.
Keep
I want
going.
to see
I
what's in that
don't.
hand. That's an 18.
Plus
All right.
your-
Nice.
You can
Advantage.
scamper up the rest of the way that you can actually like crawl out onto the arm. Oh my god, of the world! If you want to.
I hand you 5 gold.
All right, he did make it. You're there. There's nothing. There's nothing
Nothing.
in the palm. Although a little inscription says "Buy more Ovaltine." That's weird. But aside from that,
It's
there's-
post-apocalyptic.
And we just hear, this is bullshit.
Who used goading strike on what?
But you know what else happens actually is that from this commanding view, you actually see several blocks away, back towards where the ethereal business was, a stream of what looks like maybe 6 to 8 humanoid figures in black and red robes with masks, not too dissimilar to the Sirenists' corpses that you saw in the courtyard a while back, furtively ghosting and going up and hiding in alcoves, and they seem to be slowly making their way
Towards us.
towards you.
Mm.
Perhaps
All right.
for a little nighttime butchery.
We're down.
Jump.
Skipping down.
Jump. Jump.
Yeah, actually, you could.
I got you. Jump.
I jumped.
That's a trust.
Featherfall.
We're a fucking team.
Oh my god! It's true. That's like a faceless retreat.
That's and then slow.
What you have to do is jump, frog. Boop.
Thank you.
That's
Mage hand.
you were like hurling down, and you're like, I got. Oh, this is bad. Oh, I'm so sorry. Where did that come from? You alight down just as gentle as a feather, and you tell the party.
All right, we got company.
Yeah,
Oh, thank
Varys
God.
wasn't full of shit.
we got company. Oh my gosh, we need an erasy thing.
It's called your
It's here.
hand.
Oh, would you look at that? What do we think of next? All right.
We should
day's
prepare an
an
ambush.
So there are. It's probably not. When you look tactically at the scenario, it's probably not a bad idea to do that. You see, basically, a recent second. You see, like one of the people in the robes clearly appears to be barking out gesturing orders, or quietly, it's not barking out, but gesturing. Woof. You see a lot of maybe like the rank and file kind of troops going up, and you see one other person that, as it's getting closer, appears to be wielding a little bit more weaponry, appears to be a more accomplished version of the other people, which is really all you can kind of prize out from that far away. But
So there's one leader, one elite, and some grunts.
if you want to be reductive,
Yeah.
if you want to be,
They have names.
Right. Well, one of them has a
they're
name.
called cultists.
It's cultist underscore grunt.
If they kill us, then they'll get a name.
I know. I want the return of the Nemefish. Actually, this would be what is a Nemacultist work? I don't think
Yeah.
so. Does it?
It does. Yeah,
All
sure.
right.
Just add it to anything.
I like this dice.
If you have a nemesis, that's pretty. All right, there we go. Let's see. So,
right.
I'm just gonna do this. You can tell me what you want to do. As I said, the building is often circular. This one is large. There's this big old statue, as you can evidenced by its feet, and then it just goes up that way. I don't have any artistic skill. What do you think about that, Matt? That's that's going up, right? Alrighty.
Okay.
Then there's
Do you need me to pay attention to this?
no. No.
Because I am not.
I am used to not
You
being
have
paid
now
attention to.
drawn.
These are cobblestones. Don't.
It's a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Facing Mark.
peeking
Yes.
over the DM's
God.
guide.
It's inside my mind. Get out of my
It's
mind,
basically
robot sketch.
Kermit, but with just one eye.
It does. It looks like Klaatu Barada.
It's like a ninja Kermit.
All right.
All right.
And team,
What the?
you are in this area,
100
which
feet
I
tall.
will let you. And then there's the broad street that had come up to it, but you also see others that had radiated off of it. And if you really want to know other environs, please feel free.
So are the
In
spaces
here-
in between the roads buildings, or is that open?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes is the answer to that
One
question.
of those.
Right? So yes, just like that. Doesn't that look nice and building?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Right.
Boop, boop,
Sure.
boop, boop. Okay, you get the gist.
Got it.
Right.
Urban planning.
Right. That's actually the office right there. That's where we put that.
So I think we should go over here.
Were they all
and
coming?
over here and wait for these people to come up through the center.
Were they all coming
Good
down
plan.
from
You
the
do that. I'll
center?
wait here.
I could also cast sleep.
So here's what
Put him to sleep.
noted. What Frunk is relating to, because you were like 100 feet up in the air, looking many blocks away. So you don't really have any real time intel beyond. Holy shit! There's those people that Ferris was talking about. They've been following us the whole time, and then by the time you scamper down, you don't really know their location. You feel like you were far enough away that they probably didn't make a bead on you because you're just a very tiny dot on their horizon, plus the spatial weirdness and all that stuff. So you probably got a decent piece of intel that they're not aware of. But having said that, you don't know exactly where.
So we
they
don't know
may
that they're
light.
coming down the middle.
No,
They might be
okay.
coming from wherever.
They could be coming. Yeah, they
Should have stayed up there.
right,
Okay.
and just bark.
If only we had some
Can-
high ground.
Yeah, because then you just,
Can any of us like hide in the buildings that are nearby here? You said there's a lot of open architecture. Can we just kind of?
absolutely, you can
Duck
do that.
in.
I'm going to let you
Disappear.
all decide what you want to do.
Behind the feet of the statue, maybe.
So, do we have information that they're coming this way?
No.
Do not.
So they could be coming. All right. So I'm gonna also take a point from Wicked. For first of all, I have a hunting trap, and so if they're coming down, I can lay this trap down somewhere on the way in. Do you guys have? Should we put it just nice little kitty corner like?
Pick a-
We
pick a
should
side.
put
I'm
it
gonna
down the
leave my
side that we're
statue
not
in a prominent
we're
spot and
not
put it down in
necessarily
front of
gonna
that.
be guarding.
All right.
So if you put it somewhere, then we can
Trap. So that side. I also have another thing that DM. I'm gonna have to know if this is a legitimate thing. I have a rope, and I wanted to know if it's dark enough, if I could string it down at like shin level across them to slow some people down if they're gonna be running through a certain area.
Tripwire would be better. An actual rope would be.
just step over it.
Very
Yeah, they
conspicuous.
see it. Yeah,
Very
they would
conspicuous.
see it.
Okay. So trap for sure there. And so I'm trying to think if
All
there's
right,
something.
I'm going to give you all some time to think about what you're going to do
Okay.
while I futz with my timer on my phone.
Yeah.
So it's a
Well-
certain amount of time,
But we don't know how much.
but you don't know how much.
Well, I
We
want.
don't know when they're going to get here. You all should
You
hide.
should go up on the top of the building.
I want to climb up here and hide up there.
I
will roll a hide.
I have no more bear or like
check even
magic.
for this.
You have no more bear?
No more
That's
bear or
right.
magic because we didn't. Or like I can heal a person, but I'm basically now just a small woodland smelly thing.
What weapons can we see
I
on
don't.
you?
Are you
I have a
in that
scimitar
building and
on
you're
me.
hiding?
I'm
right?
up on top of it. I've
Pretty
climbed
much.
up.
Cool.
And I have rolled a 20,
Well,
a
stay
unnatural 20.
behind me.
Nice.
To
So that's
hide
where you
up there.
hide. That's awesome.
Okay. I can heal you if you're.
Feel free to dart out to help folks.
Yeah, stay out of sight if you can.
Yeah. So I would, if I were you, go ahead and stay somewhere behind the tall mountain thing. Take the navigator with you,
I made the black and pink die that was me.
Here.
Oh, yeah.
and then I'll hang out with.
So like I'm back
With
here or
Diedrick.
something.
You're hiding behind the big statue.
Yeah. Take navigator with you.
Is this navigator?
Yeah.
And then I'll try and duck into this space in between here, but one. Or no, 12.
Guys,
It's a
someone
12.
just called us their favorite devs.
All right.
That's so sweet.
Are you on crack?
What? That's
I mean,
not
crack's
how-
great.
That's not how you welcome a fan.
Oh, hey, great.
That's a terrible idea. Roll out the welcome
Well, okay,
mat.
the rest of us, not you.
Alright.
The rest of us are his favorite devs.
Yes. And on that note, by the way,
We don't have any crack.
Even your shield looks offended at what we just said.
Actually, that's true. Your shield does. Actually, no, because it reflects you. So
Yeah,
it's like
my shield's like.
it's
are there
imperious.
crack?
It's imperious. It's unapologetic. All right, so party. Everybody, tell me where you are.
I'm right there.
All right, I'm just gonna do this too, just so for my sake. Boop. And
I mean, you know it's me because it's the prettiest one.
that is true.
Yeah, well,
that is true.
You have prettier ones.
Do you think?
Varys?
I really like the purple one.
Back here.
Okay, back here
It's
behind
there.
the statue.
Yeah, with
All right,
American
Skeptic.
eyes.
Okay, you too.
No, that's
Like the pink.
Amok.
I don't know.
All right,
I
okay,
think I would
so
go with
me and
any
Jake
other.
Hey.
All right. So are you just standing out like
Axes
all
out.
comers?
Just ready.
Okay.
I want to draw them out into the open.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to cast sleep on whichever ones decide to get drawn.
Good, and then I'll murder any of them that stay awake.
Yeah.
If they
Sounds
engage
good.
you, I can sneak attack them. So that's good.
So our
right.
one problem here is that we have a trap on one street. We are guarding another street, and then there's the third street that doesn't have anything happening.
I mean, I can watch.
that
that
would probably
one.
be a really good idea.
I'm facing that way.
We'll yell for you if you need to face the other way.
Okay.
All right. And we're gonna do this. Ooh, actually, even better. Sorry, as I very slowly and ponderously go through this, you'll see why in a minute. That actually makes a lot of sense to my dim
Do you
brain.
need color-coded dice? 'Cause
Oh
I
no!
have
Now, Matthew, I've got them all. But that was basically yes. What I was trying to go for here. Okay,
What's your
so
full name? Are you in trouble?
He did not use my middle name, so no.
That's true. There you go.
all right.
What's your middle name?
Thomas.
Ooh, now I've got that.
Yeah.
Now I know your
If
true
you
name.
use that, then you're
Now
my
I know your-
fucking mom.
You have 3 first names?
I do have 3 first names.
I have 2 of the same name.
Yeah, but you picked that. That was chosen. I could have had 2 of the first the same name. You know what Heather's last name is?
Oh, is it?
Matthews.
Well,
Oh my God! Why didn't you?
Because he
fucked
already did it. Because it was already a thing.
This is
Oh.
all right. Boosh and
Plus, then I would have. I mean, Matthews isn't really a first name.
all right.
I
Just
mean,
like
neither is
Roberts.
Roberts.
Yeah.
Isn't really a first name.
Yeah, you
it's
add
like
the S.
it's like the possessive.
it is, yeah. That's literally where it comes
Yeah.
from. Yeah.
And on that
Did
note,
not know that.
the possessive of. All right.
It's Roberts. He
Yeah,
is Roberts.
Oh, yeah, he's Robert's
the
son.
Robert's
high up
Robert.
grandfather on my
Oh.
wife's side was Robert, and so then his kids were.
They were
Roberts.
Robert's
Roberts.
kids.
Yeah.
And speaking
Which
of
Bob are you
Robert's
talking
kids,
about? Roberts.
Roberts.
Frank, are you elevated? Are you up?
I was
are you
I
in
was
shadow?
trying to hide inside one of these buildings, like in.
Yeah,
the-
inside of one of those buildings.
Correct,
Did you
yeah.
do a stealth roll?
I
to
didn't, but I
see?
can.
Yeah, it's pretty quickly.
That's a 22.
Alrighty.
That's a pretty good. Pretty fucking. You're like a ninja.
I think Frunk ran away.
I haven't seen. That was such a good roll. I haven't seen Frunk in days.
Did we leave him back
It's
at
like
the inn?
retroactively.
I leapt into the window, and the little bit of feather fall that was left.
Do we still have your giant statue?
Yeah, I just parked it out in front.
Yeah.
It's hanging with those two.
Yeah.
Held what? Right. Right. Like, I can't tell you. All right. So, party. You see some of the cultists that seem like the rank and file schleps come around the corner. Or actually, Frunk, you do. You don't see anywhere that's here is vertical enough that people over here could not see. So I know you're totally hidden, but you don't. Actually, you probably see.
I mean,
these
I'm
folks.
up on top.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So like angles, you can see these folks.
okay.
Coming up. Frunk, you can actually probably see these folks, and then obviously these folks.
Are you two aware of them yet, or
They're doing some stealthy business. So how about perception?
Sure. That's a 20.
Okay. Yep. You actually see the folks.
I don't even.
And Jaflash?
His perception.
Probably
my
pretty good
perception
because wisdom.
sucks. No,
Really?
my wisdom. It's a
I
12.
thought you had a bomb and wisdom. Oh, bomb and charisma.
Nope.
I got that die for you anytime you want it.
It was a
You should
10.
let
It
me
wasn't
know.
a 2.
All right. So it's all quiet out here.
Yeah.
It's like it's a
That's
peaceful
good.
night, just like that courtyard. But basically, you see this now. I'm going to do a straight initiative because Frunk. Actually, you can do an action quickly if you want to as a surprise, and we're going to roll initiative because the person in the back here, who appears to be like the more accomplished, spies you and gets ready to say something, but you're ready to drop the hammer. So you may drop a hammer if you want to.
So what I
Or
was
act.
what I was hoping
Don't
for.
drop the hammer.
What I was
Use it.
hoping for is to get enough of a look that I could like disguise self into one of them and sort of fall in line as like one of these. But if they're
That's a
coming
good
at me-
idea in different conditions.
Okay.
That's
All right.
Keep that in your back pocket.
Fine.
That is a great idea.
Literally.
So
Yeah,
in that
literally.
case, I'm gonna just quietly cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the big guy in the back.
Okay.
He's already opening his mouth.
Right.
Crap out of
Oh, that's
everyone
gonna
in front
be a lot
of
of
him.
fun. Yeah, give that a shot. Let's see what happens.
Okay. So I need more motherfucking charisma.
I know. But I know you also are still hidden, so that you have not lost anything there.
are we
We're
doing
going to roll
this?
initiative. Frank is going to do his one kind of surprise action because he's been laying up.
Right.
And then
Do
you're
I
gonna-
also get a surprise action because I'm watching this from?
You
from
actually,
stealth?
yeah, because you see these two people and you can take shots. So you can
Yeah.
definitely nail these. These two people are the targets that would have
But
been
remember
yourself.
that there's
So,
the trap. down
well,
there, too.
Frank is very
Right.
slowly going. Why don't you feel
Okay.
free to have at?
So,
I get
so
advantage.
you need to roll a wisdom saving throw for this guy.
All right, and yes, you can have advantage because it's a surprise.
from stealth.
So, and this is not.
I'm attacking the
person in
yellow
back.
one, I think.
Oh, that's a 21.
Okay. Well, never mind.
that was
Well, whatever.
that when I really get it. So what was this? It was laughter.
Yeah.
So he gets ready to say something, and he's like, "Ah, there he is!" But meanwhile, and he goes,
Yep. Okay, 15 to hit the yellow one.
to hit the yellow one, you absolutely hit.
Hooray!
Huzzah!
Let's see, 1d6, and then 2d6 for sneak attack. Let's see, that's not too bad. So let's see, 15 in total.
15 total.
Yes.
All right, your arrow whistles across. That wasn't one of the magic ones. That was just a regular arrow. Or was
Oh
it-
yeah, I guess it was just a regular one.
Just regular. All right, let me know because I know those are limited, and those I do
Yeah.
want you to keep track of.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm writing
perfect
that down.
shot. You catch him either in the throat or through the mask,
Or it
whichever
just
you
goes
prefer.
through his throat and then comes back up.
Yeah, and then goes back out, flies back to you. Recycle the arrow. It's all good. But one thing that definitely happens is that person dies silently. You strike it so thoroughly that it's just like, and it falls down.
Feels good.
Frank, you had tried the laughter on the one. It fizzles. Suddenly, you saw that arrow whistle across, folks, and the courtyard erupts into screams. Perhaps not the way that the Sirenists wanted it to go, but that's how it's going down. All right, let's roll some initiative.
Rough.
Oh, music to my ears.
Look at that!
Oh my god.
that a good roll on the metal die?
That's an amazing roll.
Good rolls on that.
All right.
It happens.
It's got a bad name.
Last thing I just got to do is 4. It's 3 and 2. Am I missing a 1? I am missing a 1. Sorry. All right, there we go. All right.
Oh, that's convenient.
Does anybody beat a 20? I do. Believe it or not. I know. Can you believe that? On a 20, these cultists go. Weirdly. 20 cultists. And does anybody beat a 18?
I do.
All right, with a go ahead.
19.
All right, Jaflash, you are going after the cultists.
Perfect.
15? Anyone? Anyone? 15? No. All right. How about a 14? 13. Really? All right.
A rocket's gonna launch up
All
soon.
right. I know it feels the way the leader goes. 11?
12!
All right.
11.
All right. On the 12 goes Idle. On the 11 goes Diedrick. And then followed by Soul.
Oh,
I'm at
Wow.
9.
it
Nine
happens
is
to the rest
Varys.
of us.
And of course, very exciting, rounding out, Boom Boom on the front. That's all right. It's better to back clean up, oftentimes in combat. That is a fact. So, first order of business, though. These folks. Now, are you elevated? Are you up a ways? You're just down in the shadows. Okay. Mr. Frunk.
I'm hiding back there.
Mr. Frunk. And one this way. Actually, why don't we pair up like so? Actually, no, I'm going to just go like that. All right, so first 2 attacks on you, Mr. Frunk. That's these 2 folks that came out. What's his name? Saw them. That is a miss with a 4.
We can't see those guys, right?
You
Line of
2
sight is-
can hear combat, and like Frunk, you cast a spell, so that would have been a very assertive action. And you heard the whistle of one of Idle's arrows fly across the courtyard, and you heard the meaty thunk of his body here. Does a 16 hit?
Nope.
That is awesome news indeed. And then Jaflash, that's on you. I'm sure an 8 misses. 17.
Nope.
All right. All of the remaining cultists swing and scramble,
shield-
and
the
nothing
shield.
happens. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, it was just that. It was already
Good job, fella.
You know that's +1 shield?
Nice swing, motherfucker.
Did I-
oh,
did-
then
did
it
that-
totally doesn't hit. You did not tell me.
Totally, yes.
Oh, shit.
Because, like, usually I like the attunement, but again, like, this is combat. So actually, this is a great moment. So the shield does go, which is awesome. But also, when that blow that ordinarily might have hit you, like, the shield, it turns it. It almost kind of, like, with a little bit of a will of its own. Bang! And you do feel some magical animus to it that's allowing you to block.
I'm gonna high five the shield.
Yeah. Right,
But it's almost more of a face
you work
palm.
on that. They've got mage hands.
No, I just I do like the chin stroke of the shield.
Right. And on that note, it's your turn.
So what do I have in front of me?
All right, so in front of you, you actually have this big, beefy dragonborn dude, and then beyond them,
I'm behind him.
oh, sorry. So in front of me, these are cultists. They seem like they're in tight fitting because aren't they always black leather with like golden masks?
Those are sexy colors.
Yeah, right. They're always sexy cultists, man. That's why.
Tight mask
Yeah.
belts.
And they appear to be wielding like curved short swords, like swords.
Let's put these guys to
wavy
sleep.
flambearers.
Yeah, they should have their eyes wide shut.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
One takes 1 action,
Mhm.
range of 90 feet.
Yeah, that would definitely do it.
Yeah, this spell sends creatures into a magical slumber.
All right.
Roll 5d8.
Now, casting in melee, there's a thing to
I
it.
think in this edition does not trigger attacks of opportunity.
All right, let's just go
I'm
for
not-
it.
I'm
I
not
don't want to
positive.
I
get.
don't know that
I don't want to worry about it
ever
now.
had
So let's
to
let the
worry
spell
about that.
fly.
Okay.
When people
so-
are threatening you, sometimes I think because like it's shooting is a similar. I think you have
sorry,
disadvantage if people are shooting me,
D8s.
but I don't care.
I know you have disadvantage if you're shooting at something that's like adjacent to you, but
Interesting.
yeah.
What do you got? What do you got?
13, 24. So, that's how many... Yeah, I'm not going to steal your dice. Don't worry about it. The total's how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect.
Yes.
So 24.
24. All right. What do you do? What do you say to them to make them just fall asleep? How do you? I just did, right. All right. That's all it takes. Both of the cultists just like collapse. Clank, clank. Their metal masks clank across the courtyard. One slips off. In fact, hideous face underneath. You can see that coming with the nice body and the black leather. But yeah,
And
they're
it
totally.
actually comes in all shapes.
That's a
man.
very good point. That's a very good point. They're just wearing
Don't
their masks.
shame these fellas.
They're
All right.
redeemable.
They are. This is why they're sleeping and
Well
not
done.
dead.
Next up.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna. This is not you, right? I
That's
can
me.
do that, but I'm gonna actually just because I see the little F there.
Okay.
Alrighty. Oh boy. Decisions. Yeah.
Your turn's gonna go fine. You've just been removed
Right.
from the board.
Right. Yeah.
For
This
your
is,
protection.
he did not roll a 20.
That guy looks at you, Frank, and looks at you, and suddenly just looks at you. Is really looking at you. You feel just his eyes are the only thing present, and he says to you, "Fall." Please give me a saving throw. And this is his. It's going to be Wisdom. DC 11.
11.
Perfect.
I say.
Now, he's like, oh!
It's actually spring.
Pulls up his mask from me. Goes, in fairness, that was totally fair because like the time, I was gonna laugh, then I didn't, and then I was like, fall. Anyhow,
I like.
you both have a little bit more respect for one another's like willpower, if not thaumaturgical. All right, so that happens. That didn't happen. And then yes, next up is Idol.
Yay! Who can I shoot? I guess 2 people sleeping on the ground.
Is that true? Yeah, actually, I guess that is true. That is literally who you can see
They
at
are
the moment.
prone. Do I get advantage?
Yeah,
They are
you
sleeping.
absolutely
Why
do.
would you wake them up?
Because I'm not actually planning to wake them up at all.
Just tuck them in further.
Just, yeah, exactly.
Is this one still running around?
You don't see that one yet.
Do I see that one?
Oh yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Hasn't gone yet,
I gotcha.
So,
but barely
yeah,
down.
yeah. So that's 23.
That
to
is a hit.
I guess I'll hit number 1 over there.
All right.
And because I got advantage, I get sneak attack damage.
Your flash might turn and attack you next, I think.
Well, he's gonna have to find me first. So let's see, that wasn't great. That's 8 plus 4, so 12 damage.
12 damage does the trick. And actually, Flash, you see him like.
Oh,
No more
why?
snores. Sleep
Why?
apnea cured.
I guess that's one way to do it.
All right, to take a CPAP just to
Really,
crit.
really clears the sinuses.
Really does. Diedrick, you
So-
see one
So
pincushion
this guy's
body.
gone,
Yeah.
right? So all I see is the sleeping two.
You see sleeping, but you also hear the sounds of combat.
Oh yeah, I heard shit from down there.
You did hear some shit from down there.
Could I reach here in a turn?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I'm gonna engage with Frunk's friends
Arcane trickster.
Oh, that's
And-
a cartoon waiting to happen.
and swing some axes.
You're all Frunk's.
You're all Frank's friends.
Arcane
No, he is
trickster.
not Frank's friends.
So that's one's a crit miss. The other is a 16 for 7 damage.
All right.
Assuming a 16 hits.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. You said 7?
Yep, 7 damage.
Okay. Did you throw your axes?
No, this was
Oh
a.
man,
I've.
I know. I'm just doing those crit misses. I
I
just
know.
love seeing them fire out. Yeah, click, 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 and then into the
I'm nervous
ethereal.
about throwing them now.
I know you can throw them into another plane.
I know.
You know what's gonna happen.
You need
The devil
boomer-
could be like, "Is this yours?"
Get a nice boomerang axe, so
Right.
throw it away and come back.
But you
Not
actually
as good as the idea as you think it may be.
crack the cultist with a nice shot. But they're still up.
Yep.
All right. You see, Varys, this guy come barreling around the corner. He actually had been sees this
Barrel.
going, misses you,
We're sneaky.
pulls out, or actually had, he's got what looks like a spiked buckler on one arm in his leather, and then in the other hand he has a hand axe, and he bears down on Diedrick.
Wait, so what's his path?
Is he gonna walk through the trap?
Yeah.
What trap?
That trap.
Oh,
The trap.
he's gonna throw here.
There is laid.
What is that? A bear trap?
It's a hunting trap, yeah. So it's like a bear trap.
All right. Is it just? Did you hide it?
It was there when we were doing our prep.
I mean, it was clearly
So
very
these guys-
hidden. You
these
just noticed
guys
it.
ran past it apparently, but
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do a passive perception to see if he does it. But he throws the axe beforehand. Does 19 hit you?
It does.
All right. First order of business before we get to that. Make sure we get this right. You feel a thrown hand axe bury itself.
That's not possible. I've still got both of mine.
Right. For 8 points of damage.
Yeah.
It strikes right between the shoulder blades. So that trap, it's out there.
So it's attached to the building too.
Okay, he's got a 19 on his spot.
So it's a DC saving throw.
Okay.
DC 13.
Okay, all right. So he sees it, I guess, and like holds up.
Or he jumps out of it, or
Yeah, actually, I think he would probably hold up there because
Okay.
he doesn't need to
Yeah.
to get much closer. He has his turn. Here's the interesting thing, though,
Yeah.
Diedrick. After that,
Yeah.
you feel the axe pull itself out
Huh.
of your back,
it's a great idea.
and then Varys, you see him get back into his hand. Anywho, that happened.
If he missed, he could have pulled it back into you from the other side.
Varys,
Okay.
it's your
Pointing
turn.
that out, Varys.
Now this guy, he doesn't seem to see you for what it's worth.
Right. Oh, man.
what's it worth?
What's it worth to you?
So I could if I snuck up on him, I'd have an advantage, right?
If you attack, so here's the thing: there's no facing, and I don't want to get too loosey about that. You can attack him, but I'm not gonna give advantage because, like, technically, like, he can see you unless you were to be invisible, or
Right.
there's things that can confer that. But just running up to a person and melee, no.
Cool.
But still,
Gotcha. Could I? So I'm debating between pulling ourselves back to try to take a little cover, or running out and then pushing him into the trap. Like,
all
with a knife.
interesting options.
Interesting. Would I be allowed to be running at him with a scimitar to like hit him and then hopefully push him into the trap?
If you want to try to bull rush him, I would let you do that with the post strength checks that you can push him into the
Ooh,
trap.
that's a
or,
bad idea.
Yeah, you're a tiny little fellow.
Or a little
what
thing,
are you
but
doing?
do it quickly.
You're thinking
Okay.
like Frank.
Cool. I'm
Don't
gonna
think like Frank.
Don't think like Frank.
Let's see. I'm going to take a safe move and I'm going to back off. We're going to take each other and we're going to be heading down in this direction.
I'm almost like, what's going on over there?
It's like, and we're going to try to get into this
seem to be
building.
doing well, no? How about just go right? I am quiet as a small roach.
Take the pipe in mouth only.
Got it. Do you have any food?
That's too much.
Oh, right. What's in this bag? All right.
I just
Varys,
give him
you
a bunch of things to
retreat
smoke.
Back further into
He's
the
got the
shadows.
munchies.
And speaking of which, Frank, it's your turn.
Oh, hey.
And you just saw, I guess, yeah.
So
Diedrick hitch up a little bit.
yeah,
from
okay. I'm
something
gonna
going on.
I'm gonna put myself back here because everybody else
Okay.
has a die. So I
Yeah,
want to get a die too.
right. It seems to be the thing to do.
So
Don't die.
Okay. Can I sort
I
of
got it. Good
empathically
job.
communicate with my statue friend still at all? Can I sort of subtly in the background here summon their
It's
help in
out
this
of
direction?
range. It's a close proximity empathic. It's an empathic near field.
Yeah.
Near field empathy.
Blue
This is what it's
statue.
called. It's near
Okay.
field empathy. You gotta
All
be
right,
really
fine.
close.
In that
Just
case,
working
I'm
it out.
going to just cast Thunder Wave in the direction of all three of these guys.
Boom! Thunder wave.
So,
Please tell me you do that with your
yeah.
right.
What
power
what
chord?
chord is it?
Yeah, what
you
chord
got
is
it
it?
right there.
You can't
We gotta hear
thunder
it.
wave and not
It's a-
deliver
Oh,
your dulcet tones. It's horrible.
It's another dulcet, and it's really barely a tone.
it's a series
It's
of
technically a
tritones,
note
technically.
of
but,
some kind.
okay, so
This is gonna be the good one.
you three need to roll
Three. It's all Mark.
Constitution saving throws.
Oh, my favorites.
And they're only
Okay.
11.
All right, and the save is. Oh, you have to tell me. I'm the dungeon master.
11.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
You have to listen.
And I have to listen. I'm the dungeon master. All right, cult leader wizard doesn't make it. That's imagine a wizard having a crap con save. Wow! Oh, oh my god! Critical thunder failure from Muscle. And then last but not least, or actually Muscle didn't even have to worry about. You know what? Everybody
Everybody
does it.
failed? Okay.
And they're all
So
pushed.
They all
Yeah.
take 12 damage
12
Oh my
damage,
God.
rock and roll.
and
Oh
get
my
launched
God.
10 feet backwards as my
As rock and roll ragdolls.
all loose articles of cloth on me blow in that direction.
Your hair.
Everything. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Somehow from
You did a
nowhere,
little-
your little statue comes up behind you. Maybe not. But all right.
Azul and
they
I
took-
take out our
how much
lighters.
damage? 12 points. All right. Let me very
quickly
methodically go through
I
this.
like to think that your hair
Wow.
just
And they
formed a
go
nice little
flying
double
back.
lock.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Are they knocked prone?
Let's see. No. No, they're just pushed 10 feet back.
All right. So what happens is these guys are like, the power of the rock, and they break. They break as humans. Their necks break. Maybe their eardrums break from the profundity of the sound that you'd
What
conjured.
the shit?
But they're dead, man. They're dead. Who says music can't heal and kill?
I slay.
Boom, you do say it, right? There you go.
There it is.
This person gets pushed back, but so not knocked prone, but still like boom, like staggered. Not the condition, to be clear, but just like oh yeah. And his mask is even knocked askew. You see like one bright blue eye as he like slowly pulls it back down. I like your style, Bard. Now.
I mean, I
Oh,
do.
wait, no.
In fact, have that spell.
Then I like your style, Bard.
Something is
No more.
They're dead.
What's going on?
The last one's asleep.
I like this person.
Yeah.
This dude at your feet
sleeping.
emits a snore, and then it's your turn.
I'm gonna
One-
get in between the guy throwing axes and my teammates.
You step
Like
into
not-
Varus's trap.
Yeah, not
directly
on the
Oh, let me no.
Try to get.
Never do that.
Try to get on the other, like closer to him.
I
not
would
on the
feel
other side
so
of the trap.
bad.
So I try to.
All right. Yeah.
You want to be like here?
Yeah, I want to.
Oh, you want to just like close up engage?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Boom. All right. He's like contender. I will take you down, Sky Warden. Let me see. Leader. Now this is fun. I'm dabbling with my spell. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Actually, I don't even have to worry about it. That's why. He stands up, and he lets forth like a bone-chilling scream, and he charges you, dude, metal. And he tries to touch you, and as he reaches out for you, you see his fingers trailing like a red, malevolent energy. Does a 22 hit?
Very much.
Does it hit you though?
Oh no.
All right.
Maybe just this time.
All right. Remember that periact we talked about?
Yeah.
All right. Diedrick, you see this like after that happens, he springs up, he's like, "Yeah!" Charges Frunk and does 24 points of necrotic
24.
damage. This was a big haymaker of the spell. It's called Inflict Wounds.
Yeah.
It's a touch spell for 3d10. And he rolled a 9 and it's
Okay, so that would put me at -9.
right. However, the periapt. So what happens is he strikes at you. You feel like your soul being seeped out of your body. Some negative energy. But your pendant like flips over from a smile to a frown, as you recall, like, and you fall. You're at 0. But as I recall, the way the periapt works is you drop to 0 and you stabilize. Or is it negative? It's actually automatically stabilized.
Auto stabilize. Yeah.
So you are
So
at negative 9.
No death saving throws.
No, Dave, which is huge.
Right.
So you're at -9, but you are stable.
Okay.
You're very stable, -9. So you will have to heal up, but you're not bleeding out.
I have a reaction.
Well, we all do. It's sad. What,
No, I actually, I would like to use my channel divinity. So I have my last spell section, and I'd like to rebuke that violence.
Yes.
Shit.
I was just waiting for something that was more than like 5 or 6 motherfuckers.
So is there any kind of a roll, any save?
You
anything?
can use channel divinity, blah blah blah. Immediately after an attacker within 30 feet of you deals damage with an attack against a creature other than you, you can use your reaction to force the attacker to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. This is exciting though, and the DC is
It's got to be your
14.
14. Yeah.
14. +1.
Oh! So you take half the damage.
All right.
That's
All right.
Big.
You take
Okay.
half, but does it?
No. He takes
Yeah,
half
he
of the
takes
damage
half.
you just dealt
You
you.
still take all.
I still take all the damage.
There has to
Takes
be violence for
all
him
of
to
it.
pay it back.
All right.
Yeah.
So 12.
You can't
damage
arrest
back.
people if they aren't criminals.
Okay.
The crime still has
Not
to happen.
Minority Report.
You drop, but you actually see like necrotic energy flows into Frunk, and then you channel divinity, which is positive energy. You see something within Frunk surges back like a reverb, right, or feedback back, and you see like out of his eyes and mouth, like energy explodes. He is not dead, but you really rocked him. That was a good chunk of damage.
It would have been a better chunk of damage.
It would have. I was pulling for you because it would have made his head explode.
Yeah,
but it was.
I would have been as a paladin who thinks everyone's redeemable. I would have been uncomfortable with the explosion.
Well, you just.
But
said
this seems fine.
Yeah, that seems fine. He's still kicking. But
One of your
barely.
murder friends can finish the murder.
Yeah,
for you.
one of you guys can hopefully not shoot sleeping people.
Speaking of which, it's Idle's turn.
Right. Actually, it is. I was wondering. I was like, how did you flash? That's right. It was a reaction. So yeah, I don't. It's your turn.
Yeah, I mean,
The Fuds.
You do see a
Combined.
pretty clear shot on the dude with the spiked buckler and the axe, the hand axe.
yeah, I'll shoot him.
Actually, twist my arm. I'll shoot him. Alrighty.
If I have
If
to.
I have to. Alrighty. Fire at will.
Now we
That's
know.
okay.
Oh, boom.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'm not even gonna do the math on that one.
Uh-uh.
And I get sneak attack damage because
Engaged
is
with your
adjacent.
flash.
Same as before. So that's 12 damage in total.
That's some good damage. Your arrow thunks meatily into the side of him, still standing up, but definitely a nice blow. Diedrick,
Oh man. So I know.
got that itch between your shoulder blades.
I know, and I know that this guy's right in front of me, and Frunk just went down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, buddy, but that guy just threw a fucking boomerang axe at me, and we were just talking about that. So I completely ignore Frunk's killer, turn, scream at the dude with the boomerang axe. That was dirty pool. Now I'm pissed. And
Watch out for
run
the
at
trap.
him. Yeah,
He's
so I
just-
assume the leader gets an attack of opportunity against me as I run away.
Yes, because you're actually going to.
Yeah.
Watch out for the trap,
But I
man.
do like
Push
the,
yourself through.
What can he do? Oh, I'll tell you what he can do. I bet a 13 misses.
It sure does.
Is it a full attack or a partial attack?
What do you mean?
This is a full attack. Like if it's 2 attacks, this
Oh,
is like
as
the
the
interesting
reaction?
because third used to be a partial attack.
I forget if they say they can take one attack.
Let's just say that for now. We don't have to worry about it for now.
Okay.
So he pulls out like a crazy, wicked, cool dagger that has like strange geometries on it. You just notice in passing as it misses
Yeah.
your face.
Don't
As
worry,
you
I'm
look
coming
like-
back for you.
like, ah, so you say. All right, and you charge over there.
Yep,
right.
swinging both my axes at this
Yes,
dude.
you are.
That's a 15 and a 20
All right, 15 and 20 both hit.
for a total of 15 damage.
Total of 15 damage. All right, you take big, large, meaty strikes out of him, but he is still standing.
Yep.
Albeit very, very bloody. Varus, you're actually doing good. You're still
Who's the
technically you have any way of manipulating objects from
That's
afar?
statue.
do you?
That's what I'm trying to figure. It's
It must be.
Oh, shoot! I'm sorry.
I'll
Thank
think
you.
about what I can
Because
do.
usually, like, you know, and I might even do this eventually. DM pro tip: some parties actually offload initiative onto a player because there's less to keep track of. That's actually how another one of my groups. A pro tip at home. Sometimes it helps because you lose your plot.
Yeah.
You passively offloaded it
Yeah.
to Bob.
It
There
works.
you
Well-
are,
well
my
done.
friend. Right? Yeah. Let me make that easier for you. The issue. All right. So actually, the muscle who Varys just engaged.
I did not.
Nope.
I'm sorry, Diedrick.
I'm currently in the way.
Strikes first with his axe, 15,
Misses.
and then goes to smash you as well with the buckler. 7 is for sure a miss. So
I'm just dancing around
yeah,
that shit.
missed both times, and now we have
Dreads of flail.
Varys.
Yeah.
Right?
Cool.
Yes, Varys.
All
See
right.
all this going down,
So I'm.
Azul, just
as you know.
I give him some cooked spider from our previous fight, and I'm like, just eat this and stay quiet.
And then I'm bolting out because I'm going to try to. God, I'm worried for everybody. So first. What do you mean no?
Stay with the dude.
But
It'll
what?
be fine. Well, what was that?
He still gets the cooked spider. I'm going to run up to.
Did you hear that?
Just eats and smoke, man. So is this a person or what's this one?
Oh, that was my die cruelly thrown.
Okay,
Oh,
that was
okay.
Cruelly thrown.
All right. So I'm gonna move back around this way, and I'm gonna try to join up with Idol.
Well, I'm up on the roof.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm
I'm
gonna.
not sure you can see Idol. Idol rolled a 20 on
I
her.
did roll pretty good to get
I mean-
into stealth.
Maybe you see little arrows of death striking people down.
All right. So and then from this angle, I can still. Can I see
Yes.
this
yes.
action here?
And you actually see Frunk. You see Frunk lying face down.
Right.
It's a very.
Can I heal him back up at all, or does he have to do it?
If you have a ranged healing,
Cure wounds.
That's about. It's probably about 50 feet.
Yeah, I have cure wounds.
Is that touch though?
It's a. I think that's a range. Let's
don't
double
remember.
check.
No, it's not because
I'm
that was the
I
one
am
spell that
checking.
I was
I don't-
talking to you about before.
Oh, it's
That
touch.
was-
It's
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
touch.
Then never mind, and I can't throw a berry at him.
It's touch. Look
It's
at Austin
touch, yeah.
knows.
Okay. Gosh, what the hell do I do? Maybe.
Stay with the man you're supposed to actually be staying with.
I slink back.
Fortunately, nobody saw you because you did it very stealthily.
I just go out and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Dad would be mad, and then I run back.
It'd be bad. All right, Bronk. So no need to stabilize. If there's yes, all right. So
But I'm at -9.
we're at -9. So
What do I do?
I
Well,
mean, you're
wait,
not.
For help.
There's
Yeah,
not
wait for
really
help.
like
I
negative.
just wait.
Yeah,
I'm
the-
just out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the only
Yes.
reason negatives count in this edition is if you get gived, but that has to be in a single hit, so
Yeah.
your negatives don't matter over
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm functionally at 0.
Yeah.
basically, now if
But I can't do anything.
if anybody else without the Parry Act was in that situation, they'd have to roll a death save. If
Yeah,
you
yeah,
fail
yeah.
3, you die, right? But you don't have to
So-
do that.
Can I quietly gurgle a song of desired vengeance and throw a bardic inspiration die at
No.
Diedrick?
But you could just do it for flavor. You could actually who knows who's to stop you from playing right now from the other side of the realms.
Okay.
Jaflash.
I turn and run over. I'm putting myself between.
Yeah, because that
Yeah.
cultist that's there, while horrifically damaged, like you see him,
Yep.
like bearing down on front with the dagger.
Yeah.
So you move over there.
Yeah.
You're right in front of him.
Yeah. So a new round has started.
This is just your full turn. So you move. That's it. Now you can take one more action. Be it
Right,
an
but-
attack, be it a spell, be it a.
Okay.
Yeah, you're at the top of the initiative board
Okay.
now.
I cannot lay on hands.
Lay on hands.
Yeah. I have 10 left. So all 10 is getting.
That brings you to
Forward
one
into-
hit point.
I'm pretty sure in this
No,
edition you always go to 0 as soon as you start getting healed.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, you get 1 hit point
So-
would put him at 1.
Okay, 1. I'm using 1.
One.
Next turn I can use the other 9
Right.
to help a little bit.
Right. It's
Is that you dubious?
I
What?
I feel like you could just You just do all 10
just
right
give me
now,
the
and he
10.
gets 10. Is
Yeah,
that
I
not
just-
true?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care that much because it's like in this particular situation, it might come up in the future, so I reserve the right to revisit this. But if you did 1 point to bring him to 0, and then 9 more to bring you to 9, like a little stutter step healing. That's fine.
Okay, yeah.
That
it's
might come up as a
little
timing
little
thing in the
patty
future.
cake
Yeah.
healing. All right.
Yeah,
Okay,
technically
I'm
you can
at
only do it
9.
once, but that's fine.
Because it's a new
Narratively
round, I
here,
have a
it's totally
reaction.
fine.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it all as one.
You can do
No,
all
I
that,
have
but
a
I'm saying,
reaction,
like,
so I
because-
can actually
Oh,
use my
right,
defense
yes.
to guard against the attack.
All right. And that's good because the cult leader that was getting ready to literally coup de grace Frank is now standing before you.
If you're going to
Did
attack
Flash
Frank,
moved over here?
you are going to roll at a disadvantage.
Did you move over with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not actually going to do that. He's going to move further back, his full move, so he runs 30 feet. Oh, wait, that's a disengagement, so he's not going to do that. All right. Instead, he's going to look at you and he's going to say something in a sharp, biting tongue. And please give me a will save.
A will?
Or wisdom, sorry. It's 3rd edition's creeping up again. Wisdom. Used to be will. DC 11.
Changed his name.
Will.
So 10.
Is that total with everything?
Yeah.
All right. He clenches his fist, and as he makes that motion, all of the muscles in your body stiffen, and you're perfectly still.
Cool.
All right? He's like, it's his turn.
Luckily, Frank. is getting
Actually,
Go to high five you
and then he
freeze.
books.
up. He books.
Yeah, he books.
Well, it's a good high
He's-
five because
he's,
I'm not moving. It's solid. It's the most solid high five you've had with me.
He's super fucked up. Like, bloody all over. Even through the black robes, you can see the amount of blood. And, yeah, he's knocked one person down who's about ready to get back up. He's able to, like, freeze you, and then he's like, I'm out. I'm out.
Smoke bomb.
Live to cult another day. So he books.
He could be redeemed.
Maybe, right?
gives him-
I mean,
this
he's a
gives him a
coward. But
chance.
there's no redemption for
Cowardice
cowards.
can't be redeemed.
Idle.
I am
Shoots him.
gonna kill this motherfucker.
Kill that motherfucker.
Don't you dare, Idle, he's mine.
Nope, no, he's mine! That's
he's probably hers.
21.
21 is a big hit.
I get sneak attack damage. So that's pretty
yep,
decent.
yep.
So that's 12 plus 4, that's 16.
16 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
That is enough to take that dude out.
Fucking told you he's mine!
So as you go to swing, he just goes.
I pull out the fish dagger. You're never getting this.
Try me!
Yeah, you like put one right in the side of his head, and he drops like a sack of potatoes. And actually, aside from the quiet snoring of that particular cultist, everything is still in the courtyard. This battle's taken maybe about 5 minutes, but it's very, very frenetic.
How are you?
So-
You're at 9.
You're
I'm
out of
I'm
combat
completely
party.
all tapped out.
I have heals that I can do. I can give you. I'm gonna run over and give you a nice pat on the shoulder for a 1d8 plus 4 for cure wounds.
I'm currently tying up the sleeping cultist with some rope.
All right.
Good plan. I'll climb down carefully from
you.
the top of this building.
Very, very
Yeah, very
I walk
carefully.
back over and just kind of sit down, leaning against my statue friend's legs.
Have you been knocked out twice?
Yes, it slowly,
It's always been
slowly strokes your head lovingly. It knows that you
I have
need
6.
some help, perhaps. Yeah, so it's quiet in the courtyard. It's quiet outside of the Lyceum.
Should we try to chase after dude who ran away?
No.
Okay.
You want to chase after somebody in the ever twisting, weird time
Right.
portal.
I mean, he's left a trail of blood. I don't know how. Azul, what happens if you follow trails of blood?
Well, this blood is floating up into the air.
Oh,
boy.
is it still around? Like how?
Yeah, you know what? You could track it. You think that you could. Because you actually have survival, right?
Right.
Yeah, you can track it. As long
I mean,
as
it's very
the
apparent. It's in
blood
front
is
of you
still-
and not on the ground.
Don't do it!
Well, I'm asking the group.
It's just around
And
the corner.
we're saying don't do it!
I go pick up my trap, undo it, kind of upset. Nobody's stepped to that goddamn thing.
It actually strikes and does
I missed it. I'm
The
good.
trap says, "I have tasted blood at last."
Shut up, trap.
And then Natasha's hideous laughter.
Don't be a
The
dick
trap becomes the embodiment of everything that.
Oh, that
Nobody
anger.
likes an asshole.
Wait,
trap.
wait. Set that trap up again. I bring the sleeping, tied up cultist over to the trap.
Oh my god.
Hang on, it's for intimidation purposes
I can-
only.
well, before
What do you
we-
think I am?
Before we do anything, I can charm person him, and we can be best of buds.
We
What
know
would
how
that
well that
accomplish?
works.
Great.
It worked pretty well.
Oh,
Yeah, for
You wanna
10
join
minutes
the
or whatever.
faceless
For an hour.
For
and
an
it's-
hour.
I mean, if we're best friends,
you're gonna take all the fun out of
good
interrogation.
cop, bad cop. Hey, buddy, he doesn't want to put him in
No
the trap.
cop.
That's a good idea.
What?
Oh, nice.
Oh my god, he sets the trap, and I use minor illusion.
To make it look
To
like
make it look-
candy.
We could
Well,
also maybe
whatever.
set it as our
Say
sixth
or
party
mage hand,
member.
just toss it at somebody, even it
Yeah.
becomes a ranged weapon.
Party tactician in chat. Thank you
Yeah.
for that.
Yes.
you, Wicked.
All right, so I'm gonna hold the sleeping cultist's face over the hunting trap
He's still sleeping.
and punch him in the gut to wake him up.
I was having the best. Ah!
Who's your captain?
He's
like-
over there.
Captain,
He's over there.
What's your crew?
You?
Not yet.
Yeah, my friend.
What are you doing here? Why are you after us?
We are plumbing the depths of Siren secrets and artifacts. What are you doing here?
Plumbing the depths of Syrian secrets and artifacts. We were here first. We
And
claimed
killing you guys.
Not so different, you and I, friend.
it. Seems pretty different at the moment.
Please release me. But
Don't
not
let him-
over the trap. And I will leave.
And never return.
Absolutely.
Can I insight check his and never return?
Yeah.
That's a 15.
He's pretty sincere.
He's scared. Yeah.
It seems that way. You're not really sure that every single rank and file Cyrenist
Sure,
is
sure.
the same level of crazy. And
I have a feeling this guy, he could go on the straight and narrow.
All right.
I feel it.
He's one of yours, Outrider.
Wait! Before, do you have any Siren artifacts on you right now?
if I had,
I pat him
artifacts,
down.
I wouldn't be out here.
Uh,
That and he kind of points at the axe that did. Who has that axe?
It's still lying on the ground at the moment. The boomerang axe. Yeah.
Just like, all right. He's like, no, we had. He kind of looks, his eyes sort of flick towards. He goes, nothing much out here. I'll just take my axe and go.
No,
no axe for this guy.
that's our bounty from the
No.
victory.
This guy gets no weapons. He just gets to go.
I mean, he's still tied up too, so he's like, "I'll just
Oh,
take
yeah,
my
I'll
action."
just take my.
Yeah.
Could I get a little help?
No,
Uh,
we're gonna leave him tied up and just sort of.
Oh, you're gonna let him die of
At
starvation
least-
in this sandy, twisty world.
May I take my mask as a badge of my order?
No. You
That
don't, want to hang out with those guys, really.
Go ahead, ask for something else.
Yeah. You're,
Dignity
you're
badge.
0 for 4. 0
Just a little drink of water.
0 for 6.
How about that freaky statue?
0 for 7.
You can go back and forth with him. The reality is, he's not very smart.
Right.
Some of the Cyrenists you've heard are actually pretty intelligent. Some actually, obviously, they're able to survive out here. That lead people through the street. That is a feat. That takes some level of knowledge. But there's a lot of Cyrenists too that are just crazy fundamentalist Cyrenists that they lived in Dryport, down on their luck. This seems to be a kind of thing like, well, take your odds, go out to the city, and get. All right. He shuffles away
Yeah.
to the shadows.
Okay. Now I'm gonna pick up
Leave.
that axe.
All right, you pick up the axe finally.
Yeah.
It's incredibly light, as well balanced as you may imagine. It's a razor sharp edge. What it is it's a hand axe +1 of returning. I don't even know if 5e has the returning property, but you know what it is.
It does now.
I
These
saw
are
it work.
things, yeah.
Table
it's
rules.
basically-
Nice.
Yeah, table rules. Yeah. You can throw it up to whatever your close range is, and it'll.
Yeah. 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you can do that far. If you go much further than that, you're not sure.
Sure.
But close guess. Never lose an axe again.
Like it was
That's
meant
what they
for
say.
you.
Yeah.
Yes. Which
Weird.
actually, in the chords, You don't know, but there's divine providence. Sometimes the gods put these things in your path because it's like
or between your shoulder blades.
Right. Sometimes you have to earn it. It's true. You have to wrestle it away. But now you're outside of the courtyard. It is fully twilight outside, pushing into actual full evening. I know you haven't taken a short rest yet, or even a long one, of course. It seems like you're fairly... it's been a pretty action-packed day. It seems like you're pretty exposed out here.
Navigator, can we go inside and rest inside?
About that. As you've been interacting with the misguided soul in the golden facial apparatus, I have been trying to find an aperture by which to make our ingress into the building of the Seals.
While we were fighting, you were looking for a key. Why couldn't you just say, while we were fighting, you were looking for a key?
Well, where's the poetry in that?
You were eating fried spider. I was with you a second ago.
That's one thing I can do. I can walk and chew at the same time.
This guy's a genius.
Look at the map that I control. Here's the rub. Doesn't appear to be any means of egress, i.e. no door.
Are there windows?
No windows. Weirdly, the structure actually, as well defined as it is, doesn't actually have any. And that's an odd thing.
Is there anything to the what is the facade of the place?
Stone of some kind.
Yeah, it's stone. Is it ornate or totally
right.
smooth?
It's ornate. It is potentially climbable. It is a very tall building, although not as tall as the statue.
But does it have
and large
columns or?
Were you looking for secret doors? Or
No, just what its features might be that we could investigate. But if it's mostly just decorative,
no. Well, you actually see. I mean, there's friezes around the outside, all of which seem to be oriented towards the sky, towards navigation. You see a lot of different people that were probably notable Syrian figures at one point, like looking up or like looking down. Amuk has a suggestion.
I have a suggestion.
Better.
I might need more hit points before I do this, depending on how bad this poison is.
I'm out of good berries.
Yeah,
Give yourself a
we'll
little
just-
bit. Just a small amount.
So I'm gonna take my dagger and I'm just gonna dip it in my face spider venom, and I'm just gonna very gently.
You could poke me
Boop.
if you're worried about it.
Oh no, this is mine.
I quietly passed
Heard
it
around the campfire.
Just very gently stab myself for 1 damage.
I make a literal small
All right.
rain cloud over my head. Out.
It courses. I assume you see like the ethereal.
Yep.
Yeah, area.
Yep.
One of the things that you see is there is one panel of the wall that sort of glows slightly dimly that looks like it corresponds to an ethereal.
Do you see a door idol?
Not quite.
Is it shaped like a door?
It's shaped like a rectangle.
So let's check it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to it.
All right.
Touch and
Touch it. It doesn't quite. It feels soft, but it doesn't quite give way
Bring the navigator
to
with
your
you.
touch. But with that piece of data, and with what you were talking about earlier, Diedrick, one thing you notice about the friezes, the mural friezes that are around the excuse me, the rectangular sections. Now that you're looking at it, they do actually correspond to different types of environments, otherworldly environments.
Oh.
Right?
I show it the locket.
Shut the locket, right? That doesn't seem to work, but as you go around the building,
Tried.
something that you remembered, and I'm going to let you recall this, especially because
my int is pretty high.
So the dream you recall,
Yes.
specifically when you had flown to that area, which was here, the surrounding environs reminded you of something. Do you remember what it reminded you of at the time?
I'm
You ain't
gonna
got
guess
notes. You told us what your
without
guess.
checking my book. I'm gonna guess of like the Feywilds. Yeah.
It was like you remember specifically that the area was as vibrant as it was said that the Feywild itself.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna say some words in front of this door.
Okay.
Dothlame la Hibra.
You feel for a second a connection to your ancient homeland that you may or may not have even ever truly set foot in. But you see that the door ripples, and around you, you actually see, and you don't, none of the rest of you do, but the Feywild, and more gloriously and more poignantly than you may ever have before.
Oh, jeez.
And the way forward appears like it goes into.
Can only she see the door? Or we all see the... Okay.
You see the door, actually, when she
Okay.
says that, you actually see
Nice.
the door.
Well, that was
Ripple.
weird.
Fucking baller. I got it, guys!
Is that like a phrase from your people?
Yeah,
No.
baller.
I mean,
Do you remember
yes.
hearing what it meant? Because,
Yes, it means illuminate the way, which is
Yeah.
why I said it.
Yeah.
I just
Oh, I thought you asked her if she remembered what fucking baller meant.
I did.
Which also means illuminate the way, so we're all good. Everything's good.
Yeah, right on.
Everything's
Yeah.
lining up.
That's
Right on.
infernal for Illuminate the Way.
Yeah.
And great puzzle solving too. How about some inspiration for you?
I fucking already have that!
I have not used my inspiration, which I had
Give it to him.
3 weeks ago.
I don't have it right now.
Aw, man. All right.
We're good.
Playing that guitar.
Yeah.
Good things are gonna happen. Yeah. So basically, you don't know how long it lasts, but for right now, it appears to be the way forward.
Alright, y'all, let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You pass through this portal. Once you go through, the wall like solidifies again, although not before you hear your friend Cyrenus from across the court. You go, whoa, that's how that.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't let him leave.
He's tied up. It's cool.
He's
gonna die.
Did we?
But he's going to yell first.
Yeah.
So in
No,
the
I'm always with my statue
All
if
right.
I can be.
We should just assume that like your guitar, it's your statue.
yes, all right. I'm going to do a little because I really want to get to this spot. So I'm going to do a little creative dungeon mastering where we sort of get to some. So this
Isn't all
interior
dungeon
chamber.
mastering creative, Mark?
Well, but I mean, this is like I'm going off book. Right
all right, okay.
I'm like,
So you won't remember this next week. That's what you're saying.
DM commando here. So basically,
Like that is a pretty excellent like moment of tension and mysterious like next week we enter the fucking temple.
could be
just
true.
throwing that out there.
That's
It's
true,
like,
'cause I got
instead
it-
of trying to rush through something that you might have had planned that's super cool. We
it
can
is
just
super
get to
cool.
It
I got
next
this
week
puzzle
in all
thing
its
I cut
glory.
out.
Let's do it next week.
Oh,
We
gosh.
also would love to talk about.
It's up to you, man.
Like the
I
stuff
know.
here.
I thought we almost got there, but you know what? I would actually rather do that with some of our time. Wicked awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
so good at your
I was gonna say, you know what we'll do? We're gonna sit here and we'll talk for a little bit. It's true. I'm sorry, Wicked Awesome. We're gonna hold right here because I do want to talk it through it because actually I got this thing,
Yeah, let's do the cool thing.
and I got in a whole interior in
Yeah.
a boss battle. Do I? So let's do it because otherwise I was just gonna cut straight to the end.
Yeah, we want to do it all, Mark.
Yeah.
So all right. So
Yeah,
So-
we can tell.
here's what happens. You push through the portal. This is what you do see on the inside. There's this vast foyer, and it has more of those statues.
Foyer?
Yeah, foyer. You know,
That's how it's
lobby.
pronounced.
Yeah, F-O-Y-E-R, not foyer, like you need a lawyer. It's a foyer. But
The Sirens were French.
yeah, the French. Syrian fries. There's these statues that are reminiscent of the ones even on the friezes outside. You see that every rectangular panel that had been on the outside of the door corresponds on the inside to a motif of basically Amok helps you on this of some planar vista. They don't seem to be active, but it seems like these were maybe ways that people were able to get into this building, maybe from other wares. Certainly none of them appear to be working at the moment. In fact, I don't like the one that you had all passed through. You're not sure what magic was in play to do that, although it's very tricky of you to. But you were able to find some manner in, and now it seems like it's dormant again. So you see all of these large statues surrounding you of all these different sky captains or whatever you call them of the Sirens, and you see different archways that lead corridors deeper into the building.
Cool.
All right, so we'll stop there.
Sweet.
And then next week for sure. Actually, next week might be then pretty cool, but a little bit shorter session, which would be the end of the world, just because of the way the chapters do it. But this actually should work out really well. And then we can actually spend a little time talking about, like, you will probably have some stuff that you'll want to talk about.
Okay.
Cool.
So cool. Yeah. All right. Thank you then. Especially Wicked Awesome. That's so
Yes.
neat.
Yeah.
Genji Gaming.
I feel like I want to give
Mouse.
you bits. I don't know if we can do that. That's not how that
Wicked
works.
Awesome. That suggestion that was spot on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
holy
that's great.
shit, that's
Spot
so good.
on.
Bonus party member.
Yeah. Sometimes there's those little crumbs that you put out. You're like, nobody's ever gonna think of that. But that was that was pretty dang cool.
None of us thought of it.
I know, but you know what though? I think there's a lot
But
going on.
we have
It's-
chat
Yeah,
on
it's true.
our side.
And sometimes it's hard because you don't have the perspective in the moment. I know, like, yeah.
I show him my locket.
Yeah, that was very cool.
Yeah.
That is very cool. So, yeah, just to recap. So, I do want to actually know this because I am trying to also apportion things behind the scenes. So, you found a cool shield,
I did find a cool shield.
and that was pretty awesome. And you found
It
a
makes faces.
breastplate. It does. It does.
Perfect.
It seems
It
like
is-
something
yeah,
that's
it's really meant for me.
Yeah. And also those funky figures, which just, again, it's hard to describe what you feel like, but it just,
We have some kinship.
something. It pricks at your
To
brain.
remind me, I took their shield and
Yeah, there's
breastplate.
your vengeance, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And Idle, so you found those arrows. Is that the only magic you currently possess aside from maybe one other significant item?
Yeah, just one other thing that
One other small-
may or may not just be in my backpack hanging out. Yes, I think that is true. I have some potions of stuff, but yeah, I think the arrows and then the venom are the
Yes.
only things that I picked up today.
And then you found
I've got the hand axe of returning.
Yeah.
I've got the fish dagger
the fish dagger.
from the Nemefish.
Yeah.
You won't have it for long.
That's right. Things just have a
Just
way.
waiting.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right, it's cool.
Got the
and-
unbelievably valuable toll pendant that stabilized me there.
Yes, that is a really good thing. That actually, literally, I didn't see it coming, believe it or not, when I was doing the thing. I'm like, oh, fuck, did I just almost kill Frunk? And then,
For the
You
second
did.
time?
Yeah,
Very,
for the
very
second time.
almost killed me.
and then that's right. So the
What's your
build
HP,
own
Max?
save state.
It's 24.
So, so still within like 12 damage of
Okay.
totally outing you. Yeah.
Yeah. They have massive damage in this, too. Sometimes I play 13th Age on Wednesdays, sometimes there's different, and they have a death by massive damage rule. And so I kind of get confused sometimes because
What's
it's
the
like,
what's the specific rule there?
So
it's-
if in a single attack you are dropped to negative your total,
oh
you get
negative your max.
negative your max.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's why when it
You
was
get
so
exploded.
close
yeah.
early on, it was because I was level 1, so I had a very low amount.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah, it
And
gets a
then-
lot harder to insta-give people as you level.
Okay.
Where are you at with the magic stuff these days, Varys?
So I have nothing.
You
So
got
if I was
berries.
to pray to my god,
yes, which is, by
Which-
the way,
something I would think would be really cool to have like a ring that allows me to change one more time or something.
yeah,
like
something
that.
like that.
Because
He
I
says
would.
that, he just wants an enchanted hunting trap. We all
Yeah.
know.
Which might be-
like a
never know.
pet that
Like a
barks
really-
and moves
A
around.
really sassy hunting trap that's always giving him shit.
That is a great idea. Actually, right? An animated. Who is your great bard? Your guy?
Toll.
Toll. Okay, right on. Toll's
So
chaotic
Toll would
good,
probably be really into a sassy trap.
right? It could be true.
But
a talking.
but
sassy
like,
bear trap.
what happened to me this time was I'm hanging out with Azul and I'm like, hey Azul, stop making noise.
Right.
And that was my responsibility for the fight. And so I was like, if we have a boss battle after this, which I have no idea, of course, Varys has no idea.
This place is empty.
This place is empty, but it's just that kind of moment as Varys as well being like, oh, that was fucking Varys. Like,
Right.
Varys wants to be helpful and that was not
That's
useful.
what I do every single time.
Yeah, but that's my flaw, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that you want to be helpful, or
Well, that I don't like me, and I
I mean,
was very unhelpful.
A fun,
yeah,
a
that's
fun way
cool.
to play that might be knowing that you're useless and putting yourself into harm's way.
Well,
yeah.
Like you
Right.
know it's a bad idea, but you rush into danger anyway. Don't let us talk you out of that.
Well,
If that
it's-
feels like your character moment.
So actually, yeah, this is a good opportunity to talk about
Yeah.
roleplay. So in the way that I've directed Varys is he's kind of like he constantly wants J Flash's approval. So the moment that Matt went no, immediately goes back, right?
Yeah,
like
That was not
I
Jay
like
Flash.
that.
That was just Matt.
Oh,
But I like that dynamic. I do.
Yeah.
I think that's cool, and I know it's
Yeah.
sometimes hard to honor for sure. This
Right.
is-
So
sorry.
Jay Flash, if he would have seen you do that, would have 100% said, "What the hell are you doing? You're
Right.
supposed to you were specifically there to cure this dude if something bad were to happen."
Totally. So it's I
You
took
could
that,
feel it.
Gotcha. I took that as
The
yeah.
disapproval.
You can feel the
So-
disapproval. You saw it in the shield.
I was gonna say with the shield, you had
The
like,
shield
the
was
shield's
like,
no. Right, totally. It's like now you have two faces to deal with.
I have two dads.
Flashes.
Yes. The best dad 2 Christmases. Anyway, so.
So that's interesting though too.
Yeah, so right now is Varys is not happy. This is a depressed Varys right now.
Right, because you can't. I love that character choice that you're making. That's interesting.
So it's like I definitely want to look like I'm doing good and cool to everyone, but my number one is like if I'm think of it more now where I'm like you guys like me? You like me, right? You think I'm cool, right?
But it's so fragile. Like one fight goes away, and you're like, oh, they don't like me.
Yes.
How could they like me?
It's like, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
Totally.
That was last round. What have you done for me this round?
No one in this group has self-esteem issues. We have no idea what you're talking about.
Right. Yeah. Which also
You
just
guys
I
are all
think-
fine. You guys are fine.
He was joking, excuse me.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Yeah.
Totally joking.
Well, all right. Well, that good session party. I like that was. It's funny. Time really flies still, which I like, but it's
It's not boring yet, is what you're saying?
I'm having a really good time. I hope you are too. I mean,
Yeah.
like literally, it's like crazy. We get started, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh fuck, it's already 8:30. And
We're
do have to be
averaging basically 2 combat encounters per
We've been
3
doing,
hours.
Yeah.
doing one.
And
in
I'm
my
trying to
experience.
get more role playing, like always, because that's the fun stuff. That's the fun stuff for the stream. Which, by the way, I don't even know if we're off now or whatever. But this is
Not
something
off,
I want to
no, we're
also
still
do
live,
too.
we're still live, yeah.
But I also want to have like a time where we can recap and talk about stuff like what we're doing now. I think also even just like as part of the storytelling, you know, like aspect of it. Like, hey, let's talk about things, character motivations, character moments that come up, stuff that's fun. So yeah.
Have the chat talk shit about us.
Hell
Could
yeah.
be like
That was
a
great
dream that like
advice.
they could ask questions about stuff like what were
Right.
you thinking when this happened or what did you think it was a good idea when or you know
What
whatever.
were you thinking is a good question to ask us most
In general, right? Yeah, and then just going from there. And then at the end of all of this, it'll be exciting to because a lot of the decisions that you've made in your backstories and in your character decisions have fundamentally changed the world. I know I told you this, and like we talked a little bit about that, but quite literally, it'll be fun to recap where along the way your backstories, your character, like those things, like totally changed the narrative completely. And it's cool because it's been inspirational for me to actually go, oh, that's really great. We'll go that way. We'll do that then. No, seriously.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you guys so much for
thank
joining
you
us.
so
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Yes, tell your friends.
We'll tell ours.
Well, yes.
About you.
There are here. Yeah, about you guys. It'll be sweet.
It's a deal.
Bye.